Ratoncito en el club. No Eloica. Kung Pao O'Malley. Ratoncito le gusta danza cuando estudió en la escuela. Pajarita se cubre botín cuando visita a su abuela. Si necesita una amiga, debe hablar con Ratoncito. Si quieres ser mi amante, debe ser alta y delgadita. Lunes, martes, ratones, pez. Miércoles, jueves, todo. Lunes, martes, ratones, pez. Miércoles, jueves.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome to another exciting edition of Saturday Night InSanity.
Fucking shoot me.
It's insane.
First thing we hear is "fucking shoot me" from Skinslip. That's
Totally
the
related,
spirit.
because I'm talking about how Eric has more average viewers than me and streams so inconsistently. Toonman has 3 times my viewership. That's for 5 fucking streams. What nonsense is this?
He's
Been doing
also
this for 3 years.
I don't know. He's also promoting like mad, and he's like creating his own like unique identity online. So
Are
I
you
mean,
saying I'm not?
I don't know.
Bro.
No, just whatever it is that he's doing, it's working.
I hate
So
him,
maybe
but I love
just
him 'cause he's cast, but I hate him a little bit.
maybe just look at what he's doing and get some ideas. That's kind of what I've been
It's only
doing.
like it's only like mild seething, raging jealousy, only mildly.
I
I
can
love
tell.
him. Don't get me wrong. Oh, I love cats. They're just fucking grumpy.
I know.
I'm hormonal, so I'm gonna seem really fucking grumpy today. I'm not.
Oh, great.
Hormonal.
Fun.
I am over here.
There. Okay. Just getting that thing. Ah. Hello, everybody. How's it going?
Hello.
How's it going, everybody? Maybe can I turn this a little bit more? There we go. Oh, fucking
This week was
oh,
all over the place.
excellent.
First half it
excellent.
was terrible, honestly,
Yeah.
but the second half was alright.
Well, at least some of it was all right. Some is better than none. There. I think I'm finished fidgeting now.
Yeah, I'm reading
Are you though?
So Ray is back in town for a couple weeks.
Ray's back in town. Ray's
She,
back in town. Sorry.
She got a pretty good gig with the local hospital because she's a nurse.
good.
You know, she does nurse things. And
Nurse things.
yeah,
Sure.
might
It fits her very caring personality.
yes, it really does. And it might possibly be an opportunity that she can capitalize on later when she comes back into town permanently. So yeah, so it's good. So opportunity and options, always good. So
Eric, am I seeing the thing on your screen over there?
The thing.
Yes, it's the thing, the game.
Oh, let me see.
I looked over and I recognized the
The
main character
Xbox
model. I was like,
version.
hey, I know that character.
One question
It's
has
the
remained.
Xbox version.
Yeah. I've only
What
watched Sean play the damn thing
survived?
twice, so, you know.
I played it once. What are you talking about?
I watched it twice, is my point.
Oh, you watched it twice. Okay.
Yes.
Well, you can watch it a third time because next year is the 20th anniversary of the game, which is also the 40th anniversary of the movie. So I'm going to be playing it again, specifically the PC version,
like,
in glorious,
please, for the love of God.
in glorious 1080p, 60 frames per second. So
Whoever did Alien Isolation, please do a thing game. Good lord.
do a The Thing game.
Yeah, but like you're trying to walk, escape from the site station and kill the thing, but it's like moving around the ducts and it's just
Ah.
you can modify the AI to make
And it
more
could be
accurate.
any one of the other
Yes.
NPCs in the game.
Yes.
Or other players. You could have one of your friends be the thing and be like...
Oh.
It'd be like Among Us, but the thing.
That'd be really fucking cool if you could play
Yeah.
with multiplayer.
Yeah.
Why hasn't
Well,
there been
Among
a
Us is
thing
kind of-
mod for Among Us? That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah, there you go.
It kind of is the thing.
It
is.
is.
It's been
It basically
a while.
is, just without the monster. But it very much is. Like they could
the
implement
monster.
some kind of system
Yes, this is
like that.
my glorious Xbox version.
Xbox. Yeah, I have the PS2 version. And the apparently
The
the
far less gooder version of
Yeah.
PS2. Yeah.
they're identical. What are you talking about?
I was going to say, I think in this situation, they're... God, stand up. Jesus. They're identical.
I remember the PS2 version is one of the blue discs, which
Yeah,
I
I
guess
think this is
I
for-
means it's a CD.
the blue variant for the Xbox would be the copperback discs.
Ah, okay, there you go. But
Everybody knows that literally every game that was released on both consoles was better on the Xbox.
uh-huh.
Featuring the hit song After Me by Saliva.
Great. I look forward to getting a copyright flag for that song when I replay it. So you remember
I
how
look forward to that too.
for those of you who were here in my regular stream yesterday, you might remember during my epic procrastination and going down many rabbit holes, I was looking at a lot of Sonic the Hedgehog related stuff because it's the 30th
Sonic
anniversary and
the
I've got a
Hedgehog.
few videos that I'm working on, a few closer looks specifically. And in the midst of all that, I was like, I want to hear some of the original video game music. So I did. I went and I found like this beautiful remastered soundtrack that someone had done, like ripping the files straight from the original game data, and they sounded fantastic. It sounded
Oh,
I've
yeah.
never
That was beautiful.
never heard those songs sound so good. And of course I put my streams into the archive, which you can have access to if you're a Patreon sponsor, by the way. It's the behind the scenes archive, and for as little as $1 a month, plug. And so I put it in the archive, and no sooner did I do that than boom, copyright flag for the Sonic songs. I'm like, seriously? For fucking Sonic the Hedgehog? Like,
Yeah.
the Genesis soundtrack? Like, really?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
And that's
It
only because, the only reason is because bits of it was used in the new movie.
Really?
That's it. That's the only reason, because now it is technically a copyrighted film soundtrack.
Oh my god.
Yay!
Yeah, it was,
Assholes.
it used it got flagged for the Green Hill Zone music. Like, really?
Mhm.
Yeah, isn't,
Fucking
isn't that
Green
the
Hill
Incredibles
Zone?
music or whatever?
It's a version of it, but yeah, it uses a lot of the same sound tones and notes.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
Nice.
Same waveform.
I still have to watch
Yep,
the movie.
Similar.
But obviously similar enough to set off the system, so...
Fuck you, Lars Ulrich. This is all your fucking fault.
Yeah.
DMCA wasn't even like on the cusp of anybody knowing what the fuck that was. And Lars Ulrich got a his panties in a twist over Napster and went to fucking court and
Oh,
pushed for
yeah.
the DMCA to get pushed through. And guess fucking what?
Uh-huh.
He ruined it for the rest of us for fucking who knows how long.
Yeah, all because
Like,
of
I'll never forgive Lars Ulrich. I'll never buy
Metallica
another Metallica
MP3s.
CD again. They can suck my dick.
Yeah. Oh, well. It's still viewable. It's fine, and it's not like I make not like I make much money off of those archives anyway. Hardly anybody watches them. It's really just for myself to have copies of the streams,
Long
But,
time no see, Doodly content.
and anybody
well.
who wants to see them can. So there you go. Anyway, and greetings, Doodly Conduct, and welcome. And of course, Razorwire Ryan, Michael the Collector, Worm Disease, JL, Kitty Queen, Luna Moon, Jet Blast, and whoever else scrolled off the screen that I missed.
Beguiled's on Netflix. Ooh.
The what?
The Beguiled.
What, that art film?
Sophia Coppola film.
Oh no, I'm thinking of a different one. Oh no, I'm thinking of The Begotten. Never mind.
Begotten. Oh yeah, that was good too. I wish that was on.
I
fucking
hated that movie.
Netflix.
What a pretentious piece of crap that was.
Oh really? I liked it. Yeah.
It was way too art film for me. I was like, wow, can you... all of these scenes can be about a third of the length they are and make the same symbolic point. It just took forever.
I didn't think it was a bad movie. I thought it was.
It was,
it was definitely a bit amateurish.
Yeah.
I would describe it.
I don't know.
Like, it wasn't like a bad movie. It was just indulgent. I mean, it was
indulgent.
very indulgent.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, art can do
Would
whatever
you
it
say?
wants,
Would you say, Sean, that it insists upon itself?
Yes, it does.
It was very.
The
shallowly
symbolism
pedantic.
is very heavy-handed and just goes on and on and
I
on.
mean, I don't
and it's
disagree with
like-
any of that. I
yeah.
think it is all heavy-handed. But
It's a decent-looking film. Like, I like some of the imagery in it.
I think it's beautifully shot.
It's certainly
actually.
disturbing, and I would
Yeah.
classify it as horror, but it's just not my cup of tea. So,
Well,
It's
JL,
definitely horror.
yeah, absolutely.
JL, I don't think Amazon really has control over which sets do and don't have the digital code in them.
And like,
Don't
Yeah.
you already have it on digital? What?
yes,
Yeah, I don't understand what the problem
Who
is
gives-
here.
JL, who nobody gives a fuck because you already have 5 digital copies.
You have them already, then why do you care?
in every Blu-ray release.
Why do you need
And
a digital code
stop.
for each individual Blu-ray release? They're not different.
fuck.
It's the same movie. It's the same shitty low bit rate digital file in all of them. So, who cares?
And J.K. Rowling's a turf, but that's beside the point.
Yeah.
I
Well,
bring that up
that's-
every time.
Yeah, I know. Anyway. Sean, that's what I wanted to talk about. I finished my outline on my movie idea. Okay, well, cool. Well, we're not going to talk about it in the middle of SNI, obviously, but, yeah, I don't know, private message me or something, or if you want to talk about it in a public forum, come to one of my regular streams, obviously, but...
I wouldn't talk about it in public forum, or
Well, no,
or
obviously,
what'll happen
but,
is like
yeah.
Stout and I got our shit stolen. So
yeah.
I'm gonna just say it
You
was stolen.
didn't get it stolen.
I'm gonna, yep, that guy totally
It's the
watched
mass
their stream.
unconsciousness. Everybody, there's each great idea is had by like 6 people simultaneously. One of those people might do something with it, and the rest, well,
Yep.
just stay mad
They
forever.
stole my idea, bastards.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. Yes, your unoriginal idea was stolen.
It was original at the time. Nobody had done it yet,
Well,
except for the den.
yeah,
It was closed.
doesn't
It was
matter.
the closest thing, I guess.
Well, yeah,
Had been
see,
out for-
it had been done.
Not quite the same way we
You
were doing.
just
we were
didn't
using
know
Google
it had
Hangouts.
been done. Yeah.
Den didn't use Google Hangouts style
Yeah.
thing. We were gonna do a Google Hangouts thing
Yeah.
and like log in with our phones and go
It's
to
like-
the spooky houses.
Well, you
Walk
can
away from the computer
you
with
can
it.
still do that. That's
Oh yeah.
It's a genre now, so you can do it even more than you could have done it then.
I know.
You just won't be the first.
It's fine. It's
And
just
everyone
like,
will
damn.
say, "Oh, so it's like Unfriended then," and you'll be like, "Fuck you."
No, it's more like the host. You fuck. The host is closer to what me and Stad would want to do anyway.
The Host was so good. I really enjoyed that one a lot. That was so. Oh Jesus! Thank you, JL. And yes, The Host had a lot of jump scares. You are correct.
And there was Bad Ben Pandemic, and that was another one that did that style with like
Oh, I don't know that
video
one.
chatting. Of course, you have to watch like 5 other Bad Bens to get to it, but
Oh.
the series.
Oh, I think you told me about that one. Yeah.
I still think I gotta send you the link for number 3 so you can watch it, Dad. I have it.
Oh, actually,
Haven't done anything with it. 'Cause I'm dumb. Ow! Ah! Gack! 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 Ack! Ack! Why is this around both your legs? How is that possible? Okay.
Michael says, I remember when Sean was playing The Thing, one of the side characters, when some things were coming, was near a dead body, and they vomited and pissed themselves, and you yelled, "Stop soiling yourself and kill things, you chicken shit!"
I remember that.
Yeah, it is. Like, I could use some backup here.
Just in the corner, like freaking out. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, they would. They would just...
Jesus.
You had to keep an eye on their fear. If they got too scared, they would become useless.
Just like me.
Remember God, it was like, I think it was a review from a long ass time ago where they were reviewing the PS2 version of the thing.
Yeah.
And he ran into this, I don't know if it was a glitch or a bug, and he showed it on video of him giving the person the blood test to see if he was, you know, a thing or not.
Mm-hmm.
And he would do it. It was all one take.
I remember the
No
video.
edit to it.
Yeah.
He's like, he did it. He tested him, and it came back negative. He was fine. And then the second he pulled the needle out and tested negative, he turned into a thing.
I know, right?
I saw that same
You
video.
lying blood test, yeah. Yeah. I think
Or-
some of it was to teach you the different aspects of the game. I remember some of the earlier parts of the game were like that, where you would have to do the blood test on all the team members just to kind of be able to proceed, because it was a thing that you needed to know. And then one of them would always turn into a thing, no matter what. Like, it was just, that character becomes a thing, because you had to see that and experience that and then fight a thing, and, you know, that was that. But most of the time, it didn't betray its own logic, but there was a couple of times that it does that, which is annoying.
Yeah.
But yeah. What? No, not the host. Host.
Mocking one of his really dumb comment question.
Yeah.
Is it the Korean host or the Stephanie Meyer host?
Neither.
I don't know. Which one has video chat in it?
Yeah.
Using Zoom.
Yeah.
You tell me. One of these.
It
Which
was
one is that?
Host.
I love you, buddy, but
The one from, it was a Shudder original film.
Yeah.
It has a Blu-ray release. I've got the Blu-ray.
I know you have no idea. We were talking
So,
about video chat.
there you go.
I love the Korean
Yeah.
host, though.
Follow the whole
Desktop horror, I
flow
think
of the
it's called now.
conversation, not just select pieces.
Subgenre of found footage called desktop horror. But yes, I believe that's the official genre.
Well, now you know a
Subgenre.
third one. We literally just explained it to you, dude.
We're literally talking.
There's
about
a third
unfriended-
one called, it's just called Host. It's not the host. It's not a host. It's not hosting. It's not hosterly hosty host. It's just
Not the
host.
hostess.
Not the hostess.
Definitely not hostess cake.
It's not Hostel 1 or 2. So,
Or the underrated postal movie.
or
So you
Postal.
said hostel.
Hostel,
I'm like, what
yeah.
the hell? The hell's
Postal?
Yeah.
Postal Unrated, starring Uwe Boll.
That's right. Hostel. Well, it was supposed to be hostile.
Hey,
I'm glad
thank you.
nobody got the joke.
Hostel.
But anyway,
Directed by Ellie Roth.
Ellie Roth. Good. Ellie.
Oh, Hostel?
Ellie.
Hostel.
Yeah.
Ah!
Thank
Oh,
you.
God.
Finally.
Oh, God damn it. I didn't hear it first.
Yeah.
Good shit. Ellie Roth. Wow.
So, anyway, there you go. Sent you and Garbage the outline in Discord to read whenever. All right, cool. I will check that out.
What are you doing, Stout?
I don't know what he's doing.
All I know is I hear an
Making
annoying.
annoying
disturbing.
noises.
Honestly, all I hear is an annoying noise, and Stout's face is just like, gee, I wonder who's making the annoying noise
Annoyance
Annoying
achieved.
with the friggin' like psycho Nick Cage face over there.
Uh-huh.
I have that Psycho Nick Cage face as an emote.
Excellent.
Sure he does. Meanwhile, I have my cat as an emote.
Very good.
There we go.
I have myself as an emote.
Me too.
5 times over.
I don't have enough slots for that. I only have 3 slots. 'Cause I'm not popular.
What? You're not affiliated?
I am affiliated, but I'm not. I don't have enough.
You should have
Followers,
5
subscribers.
slots.
I have 4 slots. I don't have the 3rd slot open yet.
Oh.
I don't have enough followers.
I thought all affiliates got 5 when they get affiliated.
I only got 3. I'm not sorry.
See? And I got a 4th one unlocked at some point.
It's something to do with followers? Oh, it's probably...
or milestone or some shit like that. I
might
don't
be.
remember what.
Yeah. Well, check
One of the
your
milestones.
check your milestones. It might be some that are easy to get. A lot of them are pretty easy to get. The only ones that I'm struggling on are the average viewers. I keep hovering around 20-ish. So.
Well, that must be nice. I'm at 4.
Yeah. I need to be at 75 or higher average, so.
Yeah,
that's why
everyone does.
That's why. Well, yeah, I know. That's why I'm pushing the promotion a little bit more. Try to get more people coming to the stream. Spread the good word, everyone. Spread the good word. The path to partner needs to be completed.
That's the only thing I'm missing is the viewers, the consistent 75 viewers.
Essentially, it would give me a few more options. I could do more emotes, more tiers.
You're pulling like 150 people.
More tiers for the subscriptions, things like that. So. Just more goodies for you guys if I get partnered. So, yeah. So there you go.
I have 3 slots.
3.
I'm looking at it right now.
I guess there must be other criteria then. I guess I just had already met those criteria when I got affiliated, so it just got.
It's very possible.
I got 5 right off the bat. So, all right. Sorry.
I have.
Don't know what to tell you.
A 1K bits emote. Tier 1, tier 2.
Oh, I've got 2. I've got 2 of those.
I have 4 technically. So
I have 2 bits. I have a 1K and a 10K bit emote slot.
So wait a minute. So for tier, because see, there's the 3 tiers of subscriptions, right? So I have 3.
Yep.
For tier 1, 1 for tier 4, 1 for tier, 1 for tier 2, 1 for tier 3. So 5 total.
I have 2 plus 2 plus bit ones. Plus ones you can get from channel points.
So what about tiered subscriptions?
It just changed the way they did it. Changed. That's all.
They changed.
And you got grandfathered in. Shop.
Oh, so that was the old way, and they made it shittier for new people. Got it.
They're constantly moving goalposts. I mean, not as bad as YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube was like, here's 4 football fields. Figure that out, bitch.
Yeah, YouTube screwed a lot of people over when they changed everything.
Oh, there's such bullshit.
So many people got booted out of the partner system program. It was ridiculous. It's like, because it literally means, yeah, you're too small. We don't want to give you a piece of the pie anymore. We're just going to take all that money that you're making for us. Thanks.
Also, if you neglect your channel or do anything to them, they could consider to be neglecting your channel.
Yeah.
They will flat out stop promoting you.
Yeah.
And basically bury your channel intentionally.
To be fair, YouTube pre-Google was like a year and a half. Like 2005 to 2006. It's pretty much been Google the whole time. But
that was the best time.
It was. I remember how much fun we would have on Stickam, and YouTube was small enough at the time that it was easier to get ahead. Like
I said, 2005, 2006, 10,000 views was a big fucking deal.
I was hobnobbing.
Everybody had a chance to be on the front page. Now there's no way.
They had a front page, which they don't anymore. It's their fucking recommended, which is, yeah.
Yep. Nonsense.
And they just took away all the different aspects that helped to build the community side of it. So, the chipmunk voice. Oh, we had a few nights like that with the effects box. I want to get an effects box again, but I want to get something that lets me do a little bit more with the loop feature, so can do some spontaneous beatboxing and whatnot. I think we'd have a lot of fun with that. Oh, I remember. I have a couple of them on recorded somewhere. It was hard to record, but back then. But it was. I remember there was one where I was doing the chipmunk voice, and you were on mic as well, Doodly Conduct, and you were just dying laughing, and then you just came on at 1 second like, I feel like I'm having an acid trip. You're just laughing to the point of being hardly able to breathe. It was so.
I was just to say we were probably laughing all the air out of our heads, so we were all suffocating.
It was hilarious.
we were getting the asphyxiation high from laughing too hard.
Yeah, oh, it was great. Good old Stickam. Rip in peace.
Yes. Rest in peace and peace.
Rest in peace and peace.
I don't even know where to look on the channel for fucking emotes. Like, where did they put the fucking emotes now?
Oh, it's under. If you go to the dashboard, it's under viewer rewards now.
Oh.
It's nice and easy to find once it makes sense now for newer people.
Once you find it.
It makes sense for newer people, but we've all got used to the previous system, so it's like, where the fuck is it? You know?
Yeah.
Oh, I can do bits tier.
Yes.
Thank you, Jay.
I got 2 of those
Very,
also.
very sad indeed.
I still need to do a 5 bits one.
A what?
Yes.
500 bits?
Yeah, I need to reward the
Tier 1 standard emotes, 1 of 1.
Excellent.
So that's all you get.
Make
now.
the most of it.
If you make affiliate now, that's all you get. It's just a 1.
Yep.
Per tier.
Way goes.
But it's cool.
Wait a
Man,
minute.
Totem pole.
Wait a minute. I have 7.
Yeah, you probably got a few more along the way, didn't you?
Oh, no. You know what it is? Tier 1 was 5. You had 5 for Tier 1. And then Tier 2 is 1. Tier 3 is 1.
Wow, you had a lot.
I just got
Nice.
one for each.
Yeah.
I have a bit 1.
Yep.
I have Tier 1, Tier 2, and
You
Tier
only
3.
recently made affiliate though, right? Like last
Yeah,
month.
yeah.
That's
before?
Tier 1.
Yeah.
A
So
couple
that's
months
how
ago.
it is now. Starting, I started with 2 when I started. I may have already met some predetermined thing also.
I mean, like,
There they are.
I'm not bothered by it because I don't even have. I'm not. All my slots aren't even filled.
Yeah.
So she
I only
said.
have 3 emotes.
Tier 3 is the maximum for affiliates. So are there higher tiers that you can have as a partner? Is that it? And hello, Kralatin, by the way. Kralatin knows all the ins and outs of the mysteries of Twitch.
Path to partner. You must stream for 25 hours in a month. You must stream on 12 different days in a month.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's easy
Have
to
an
do.
average of 75 viewers. That's the
The
killer.
hard one.
Yeah,
That's
yeah. Yeah.
That's right. That's the one that's super hard to get. It's just fuck.
You just need to blow up, and if you don't blow up, then you're fucked. You're just doomed.
You need to blow up. Yeah. It's a grind. It's a grind. You wonder why some of us stream like maniacs? Well, that's why. Because you want to hit those higher tiers. You want to grow. I think you get more promotion
wanna know
too
what a
when you're a
partner
partner.
has?
So.
For Tier 1 emote slots, I got gifted a sub to a partnered high tier Twitch streamer.
Yeah.
25.
What? 25 for Tier 1?
I was gifted a Tier 1 sub to this person, and I'm looking at the available emotes that I have, and I have 25 of them.
That's crazy.
I think it depends on...
Some of the bigger streamers have like 25. 25.
So here's the thing.
Big ones have those.
If you just got partner and you only have like a certain amount of subscribers, you're only gonna have like 10 to 15. I think it starts at 10.
There you go.
Yeah.
And then as you get more subscribers, it unlocks more.
Okay, yeah, that's what Kralatin was saying. He says, no, you can get way more than just 25.
Yeah, exactly.
A paltry 25. Tier 1s as a partner, he says it depends on your sub points. So, all right. So subscriptions are important, as well as views and follows and everything. It's all important. It's a numbers game. It's all important. So, all right.
It does make sense if you think about it, because like the low man in the totem pole, if you're making like maybe at most $5 a month for Twitch, then what incentive do they have to spend money paying somebody to help you promote your content?
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, you know.
Yeah, they want
It's
people
it's
who
a
are...
whole thing with the capitalism there.
Yeah.
You know?
No, they want people who are going to consistently bring in piles and piles of views, so they can make piles and piles of money from piles and piles of ad revenue, and all the other stuff.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah, that's about right.
And sale of bits and subs and everything.
I don't have to like capitalism, but it helps to understand it. You know.
Capitalism sucks.
Yep. But while we're in the system, we got to play the game or sink. So.
Yep.
Ugh.
Sink or swim.
That's it.
Make a choice.
That's fine.
Like
I don't mind playing the game. It's just all of the rigging of the game that I don't like.
Yeah, the rigging of the game is bullshit.
Needs to be a more level playing field so everyone has a fair chance to get ahead.
Equity.
Equity. Sure. That sounds good.
Precisely. Equity.
Equity. I saw that, Crimson Cross. I don't know if you were here when your sub alert came through. Maybe you were, maybe you weren't. But I mentioned that at the time. It's like, wow, 1 more month. And it's 48 months. 4 years. 4 years. See, a lot of these folks who watch me have been in it for the long haul. And I really appreciate that, guys. You're fucking awesome. I love you all. But that's great. That's great. Thank you so much, dude. Really appreciate the continued support. If you could have asked Scout Singer one question about Aladdin, what would you have asked? I would say, who the fuck are you? Apparently you were in Aladdin or something. I don't know who you are. Can you just tell me who you are?
Like, Jill, why? Why? Why does your brain tell you to ask these questions?
It's so random. Were you watching Aladdin today? Is that why it's on your mind?
I'm gonna guess they were watching Aladdin today.
Probably.
You got to talk to him. Oh, okay.
That's cool. I don't know who he is.
Oh,
still.
okay. Going back. He said, "Oh, Zaranyzerak got to talk to Scout Winger today, who voiced Aladdin. Oh, good old Scout Winger. I love him." And he says, asked him what it was like working with Robin Williams. They all answered me, the cast.
Oh, Lord.
It's Scout Singer, my bad. And got to hear from the voice of Jasmine, whose name you don't know, apparently, about it. Pretty cool.
Wait, actually, it is Scout Winger.
Oh, it is
Scott Winger.
Scott Winger, not Scout. Scott.
Scout, sorry.
Scott Winger. Okay.
That is something that is actually a common thing for people who
Scott and Scout. Okay.
Why are we even talking about
He
this?
says
like
the
this
one-on-one
dyslexia.
video chats for those people cost $110. Wow. So you dropped 110 bones to chat with Scott
Hey,
Weinger.
As long as you had fun.
Why would you pronounce that Winger?
Sorry, Weinger. It's like
Winger.
it's like Wiener but with a G.
What?
Winger.
Not every G is pronounced Jer.
Wing. Sorry, Winger. Winger. Ween.
I want to scream so badly right now. My entire being
It's the
screams.
insanity.
No, they had a
part.
free one. Oh, they had a free one. Okay, cool. Hang on. Weinger. Weinger.
It's cool you got to
Weiniger.
get your question answered, and that you managed to ask a question that they would actually answer. No offense.
Yes.
But, you know, it's cool.
What kind of comment is that?
Let me ask you nothing about you and your life and your experiences as an actor. Let me instead ask you about this other actor who worked with you. Just saying. I mean,
I can understand why somebody would want to know that, though.
I
You know,
suppose.
rather than seeing who he is.
I suppose.
Why are these all too big? That's what she said.
Right. Okay. He played Steve in Sean's all-time favorite sitcom, Full House. Oh, so yet another thing that I would know nothing about.
I have no recollection of Steve.
I don't even know.
Watch Full House. I don't know who that is.
I was going to say I don't even know who Steve is.
What?
Was
Who
he
is
a
Steve?
guest
Danny
character of
Tanner,
some
I
kind?
know. Uncle Joey. Who is Steve?
You know, Steve. Good old Uncle Steve.
What?
He was the other uncle, my Brian. What about your Brian?
It has issues with how it parses things out.
With how Brian parses things. Damn it, Brian.
Because, no, you got to understand, his brain is telling him, this is how it's spelled, and it's spelled correctly in his
Hold
brain.
on.
When it comes out on the fucking post...
No, I think it's his autocorrect. He made the mistake once, and his autocorrect remembered it forever. So he keeps selecting that as the preferred spelling, so it just reinforces it in the autocorrect.
Nope.
It's like computer, how he always spells computer. It's a mistake he made one time, and the autocorrect just latched onto it and constantly puts that as a suggestion.
I don't think that's what it is.
I think it is. Well, it's probably a combination of both.
Joe's like, yep. I'm like, nope.
So Stradamaster says he was DJ's high school boyfriend. DJ Tanner from Roseanne? That's a different show.
No, DJ Tanner is Full House. Yeah.
DJ Tanner?
Yes.
Oh no, I was thinking DJ Connor. Connor, Tanner. Fuck these sitcom names.
One was a boy,
Where the
one
hell
was
is
a
this
girl.
conversation going?
Where are we in this conversation?
The only one that matters and is of any relevance whatsoever was Boner.
Who?
Boner.
I don't know who the fuck that is.
His name was Boner.
His name was Boner. His name was Boner.
Oh, the
fucking wrong here.
I regret nothing about my
existence. You should.
My aiding in derailing things.
Oh boy.
Anyway.
So now we got
love our JL.
Now we got all that out of our system and cleared up so perfectly.
Messing around on the Raspberry Pi, and I found a game called Balls.
Balls.
Hey, I still love
platform puzzle game where you control balls.
I love how we were talking about farts one day, and we said there should be a fart simulator, and then you went on Steam and you're like, Sean, there's a game called Fart Simulator. I'm like, what? And he's like, it's only $1.99. I'm gifting it to you right now.
When he said he found the game called Balls on there, I was immediately reminded because I just last night watched the episode of Red Dwarf where Crichton gives Rimmer some stress balls to work with.
Oh yes, grind those balls.
Grind those balls.
Yes. Stress balls on standby.
Rimmer World.
You just told me my chest was about to explode.
I had another game on here called Rather Destructive Action Game.
Rather destructive. It's rather destructive, actually. Yes.
Just
Where?
What's actually called Barrage?
Barrage. Barrage.
Barrage. Enter shooting range.
Mm-hmm.
Barrage Amber is playing Barrage.
So you're in season 6, I guess, then, right? The Stoud?
Of what?
Red Dwarf?
Oh, yes.
Series 6, yeah.
I actually just finished it, yeah.
So I was remembering, because that's the one where Rimmer got the hard light drive, so he could actually touch things again. Yeah. And they met up with Legion.
I loved this season, I think, more than all the others.
Series 6 was great. Also, one of the first times they actually did a series-long story arc. Where,
that's one of the reasons.
I liked that too. There was also just some great episodes in that season. It was very well written.
Oh, I hear you, kid.
Yeah.
I love how they touch on the whole idea in that one episode of what was it? I don't think it was actually part of season 6. I think it was like the last episode of season 5.
Mm-hmm.
But where they touch on the idea of everything being a simulation. Like their whole life
That was
a simulation.
series 5. Yeah, Back to Reality is the one you're thinking of. Yeah.
And
that was a great
I loved
episode.
that episode.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, wait a minute, this came out in like 1993.
Oh, I know.
They're talking about this kind of thing back in 1993.
He's like, wait. It's like, wait a minute. You were playing as the Pratt version of Rimmer this whole time? you didn't find the captain's secret message? It's like, oh, that's rich, that is. That was great.
And of course, Dwayne
Dibley. Bullet. Cybernautics. That's traffic control. Jake Bullet. Yeah.
News? There's
What?
news.
We're having conversation. We always have conversation
There
first.
was a lull. Throw it out there. News?
Of like a second. Maybe I was gathering my thoughts for my next big diatribe about the brilliance of Red Dwarf. You don't know.
Well, then continue. I ain't gonna stop you.
No, I'm done.
News? Like
You're right, it was a lull. I'm
Mine?
just saying it might
Mine?
not have been a lull. You never really
It's
know.
cold outside, the kind of atmosphere.
What are you doing?
what?
Was it a good night, Stoud, so you have a traffic cone?
It's a solo cup.
Even
Have you
better.
seen a solo cup?
I love that. We're on a mining ship. 3 million years into deep space. Can someone please explain to me where the hell I got this traffic cone? They're waking up the next morning after a really wild drinking night. And then the cat says, well, that's nothing. It's the policewoman's helmet and suspenders. I don't understand. Yeah.
Lol.
That was great. Lol.
Well,
Little. Okay. So, our New York news hound, Raptor Rivera, says before we get in...
I'm insane with anger!
No, he did
Thank
not
you,
say
Jim.
that, but thank you. Says, before we get into the news, I forgot to add one little tidbit about the late, great Richard Donner last week. Before getting into film, Donner directed hours of television, including 6 episodes from the original Twilight Zone series, one of those being the classic episode Nightmare at 20,000 Feet, which starred a pre-Star Trek William Shatner.
Awesome.
There you go.
One of my favorite episodes.
That's a great one, yeah.
There's a goblin
That's
on
a
the wing.
defining episode. Yeah.
Something on the wing.
There's something on the wing.
Something on the wing.
Something.
I love when Jim Carrey does a parody of that in one of the Ace Venturas. I can't remember.
Isn't it? Wait, is it Cable Guy or Dave
No.
Ventura?
No, it's
It's
Ace
Ace
Ventura.
Ventura when
It's-
nature.
yeah.
Or no, it's the second one.
Yeah, when nature calls. Okay.
It is
Yeah.
Ace Ventura.
They all bleed together in my brain because 90s.
Because I remember,
Jim Carrey.
because it starts out with the guy going to meet Ace Ventura at the monastery, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then he
Oh, yeah.
brings Ace
Sorry.
back, and he bring him back on the plane, and that's where
Ah.
that joke happens.
Right.
One of my favorite gags in that entire thing is the Slinky that stops 2 steps before the end.
Oh yes, run
Ah,
on the slinky.
so
You're gonna have the
close.
slinky.
Slinky! Yeah. Oh god, I love it. And Ace Ventura 2 you never need to see.
The best scene in that movie, it happens to be the first scene in the movie.
Mercy.
Wow, there's just so many gags. The like a glove gag where the
Oh,
car's
yeah.
flipping through the air.
Like
a
a glove.
Like a glove.
And guano holes, collect the whole set. It's one of my
I
favorites.
said that for so many years at work at IKEA when I would help someone load their car. No one got it. I was like, oh.
There's a meme about that. Like, it's like, you know, this bad thing happening, this other bad thing happening, and then the whole body is covered in red, and it says, "When you make a joke and no one gets it,
Yeah.
because you're the oldest one in the
Oh, yeah,
room." Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
It hurts everywhere.
That happens
over.
to
Or
me.
you find the stingy old person who's never seen a funny movie in ever.
You point at them, but you're old. You should have got it at least. I don't watch
You're
movies.
older than me.
Anyway,
Funny Man, hey, oh, I like Funny Man. The Laurel and Hardy, they were hilarious.
yes, they were actually. Anyway,
Yep.
loved
Yes,
Laurel and
yeah,
Hardy as a
that.
kid. And Abbott and Costello.
I love the background this week, by the way. That's nice.
Which what? Who? Oh, the
pumpkin patch background. It's really nice.
yes. Here, I'll show you the full background. It's very Halloweeny because we're getting into Halloween stuff.
Ooh,
There you go.
pretty.
That's the
I
wrong
just
one.
like the pumpkins were like perfectly arranged.
They are actually. There's like one right behind the chat box, like perfectly.
Yeah.
It's
Like,
beautiful.
good shit.
It's beautiful.
I know. I love when a plane comes together.
Yes.
Looks like your camera's perched on the railing there. I think.
Kind
There's a
of.
fence
Oh
between
yeah, yeah. I
them.
see what you mean. Yeah.
Only 2.5 months away.
I know.
Wait,
I better
3.5
start filming some
3.5
videos.
months away.
I better start filming some videos.
Yeah. Well, you did start, then, well, you know.
You know, shit happens.
Well, then
Heat wave.
we had the heat wave, and I didn't feel like doing a goddamn
God.
thing.
Exactly. That's the other part.
Dude, speaking of heat wave, I opened my window.
Lucky I even
Finally-
streamed during any of that. Holy shit.
It's finally below 80. I can open my window. Finally.
All right. So trailers.
Yes.
There was the official teaser trailer for the next Pixar animated film, Turning Red. Living in Toronto, Canada, Mei Lee is a confident 13-year-old torn between staying as her mother's dutiful daughter and the chaos of adolescence. And as if changes to her interests, relationships, and body weren't enough, whenever she gets too excited, which for a teenager is practically always, she poofs into a giant red panda. Featuring the
Whoa.
directorial debut of Canadian filmmaker Domi Shai, who previously helmed the animated short Bao, which went on to win an Academy Award. The film will hit theaters in March of 2022.
Got some strong Ranma 1/2.
That's exactly what I was thinking, yeah.
Without the lecherousness, but yeah, hey,
Yeah.
I'm cool with it. That sounds like it's a cool premise, and I
Yeah.
like that. It's like I'm to get excited. See, I'm a person who gets really excited and passionate, so like that'd be like a curse for me.
Or it'd be like a
You know?
furrier, cuddlier Hulk.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
And it sounds good. I'm more familiar.
Well, you can't really go wrong with Pixar. They're pretty consistent.
Mhm.
Official trailer for the Japanese horror film Howling Village. Ooh, excuse me. After her brother goes missing, Kanade, a young psychologist who visits his last known location, an infamous haunted and cursed site known as Howling Village, to investigate his disappearance. Her investigation reveals that the village's mysteries are connected to her family and works to uncover her family's dark history. Directed by Takashi Shimizu, who previously created the Ju-On franchise, as well as its 2004 remake, The Grudge. The film will hit select theaters on August 13. I never saw The Grudge. I did see the original Ju-On, though, and I thought it was really good. And also the short films that he did that were kind of proof of concept things that he later developed into the full movies. Official trailer for the FX original series Reservation Dogs, premiering August 9th. Co-created by Taika Waititi, the half-hour comedy follows the exploits of 4 indigenous teenagers in rural Oklahoma who steal, rob, and save in order to get to the exotic, mysterious, and faraway land of California. California. We were all thinking it. California. Official trailer for the Disney Plus original documentary Stuntman, premiering July 23rd. The film follows veteran stuntman Eddie Braun as he prepares to end his decades-long career by attempting to complete one of Evel Knievel's most famous failed stunts, the Snake River Canyon Jump, a daring rocket-powered stunt Knievel failed to complete in 1974, nearly costing him his life.
The documentary has been on shelf. since 2018 or so.
Wow.
I'm so glad it's finally getting released, and it looks really good too.
Cool. Official trailer for the crime drama Habit, an LA party girl who goes on the run with her BFFs. The group hide out dressed up as nuns when they run afoul of a dangerous drug lord. Starring Bella Thorne and Paris Jackson, the daughter of the late Michael Jackson. The film will hit theaters on August 20th.
Isn't that like a variant of Sister Act?
It kind of sounds like it, yeah.
I mean, it's cool. It's got its own thing, though.
Well, I mean, there's been a lot of comedies of let's hide out and dress up as nuns.
That's true.
Because it's fun to make fun of nuns, I guess. Official trailer for the Netflix original documentary Pray Away, premiering August 3rd. Former leaders of the Pray the Gay Away movement contend with the aftermath unleashed by their actions, while a survivor seeks healing and acceptance from more than a decade of trauma. Wow, that sounds emotional.
Healing and acceptance denied. Fuck you. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Official trailer for the third season of the HBO Max series Titans, premiering August 12th. Well, no, it's the survivor seeking healing and acceptance now. The survivor of the Pray the Gay Away people, not the Pray the Gay Away people. The Pray the Gay Away people can go fuck themselves. But
1,000%.
But the survivors of all of that bullshit, deserve happiness and peace.
Of course, yeah.
Official trailer for the IFC Films documentary The Meaning of Hitler, premiering August 13th. An inquiry into decades of cultural fascination with the Nazi leader and the ramifications of such a fascination on present-day politics. Interesting. Might want to check that one out. Mm-hmm. Official trailer for the Disney Plus original docuseries Behind the Attraction, premiering July 21st. This actually sounds really interesting. Explore how Imagineers filled the Haunted Mansion with 999 happy haunts. How the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror transformed into Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout while defying gravity in the process. And why Space Mountain took so long to launch. From the 1950s to today, from Jungle Cruise to It's a Small World to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, Disney Parks attractions have amazed millions, and this is the story of how they did it.
I will see the shit out of that.
That sounds really interesting.
It's one of my favorite rides of all time.
Oh, and I've always been so fascinated just by the magic of those, and how they really make you believe the illusions, and take you on these wonderful journeys. And it'd be great to see how it's done.
I had season pass to Disneyland one year with my wife, and every time I went to Disneyland, I rode Space Mountain 2 or 3 times. So I probably rode Space Mountain over 100 times in 1 year. Because I went almost 100 times, or about 100 times to Disneyland in 1 year.
Oh, I believe it. Yeah. I had there was a few times I had seasons pass to Canada's Wonderland, the Canada version of Disneyland. I didn't go 100 times, but I did go a few times. It's fun. I liked it. It's changed a few times over the years, but it's definitely one I'd like to go back to and revisit. Yeah.
I like going to theme parks / amusement parks.
Yeah, same here.
I'd love to go to Hershey Park and Busch Gardens and a couple others out there.
Yeah, it'd be great. And Ray's a big roller coaster fan too, so she's all about the theme parks too. So I'm sure there will be some road trips at some point. And yes, if we do the road trips, there will be videos of the road trips. Rest assured. Travels with Zaranyzerak.
You're gonna do live streams as long as you're close to populated centers with Wi-Fi.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Or 5G or whatever.
Yeah. Let's see here. Official trailer for the mystery thriller Naked Singularity. Based off the book of the same name, the film tells the story of Cassie, a promising young New York City public defender whose idealism is beginning to crack under the daily injustices of the very justice system he's trying to make right. Doubting all he has worked for and seeing signs of the universe collapsing all around him, he is pulled into a dangerous high-stakes drug heist by an unpredictable former client who beat the broken system at its own game. Starring the likes of Bill Skarsgård, Olivia Cook, with John Boyega in the leading role. The film will hit theaters on August 6th. Interesting. And finally, official trailer for the Spanish horror film The Last Matinee. On a stormy night in Montevideo, Uruguay, in 1993, an engineering student named Anna takes over the duties of her father, a projectionist at a declining movie theater, due to his ill health. Unbeknownst to her, the audience watching the film that she is running are being murdered by a black-gloved killer. Ooh, sounds...
Oh, Giallo?
Yeah, I was going to say, like the old Giallo trope. Co-produced by our good friends at Bloody Disgusting. Ah, well, there you go. They would know the right tropes to use. Yeah. The film will hit theaters on August 6th. That's excellent. I'm glad to see Bloody Disgusting just expanding so much. That's awesome.
Yeah, and I like that there's a new wave of Neo Giallos. There's a couple, like Let the Corpses Tan.
Yeah.
There's another one I'm thinking called the Glub or something like that.
Very
anyway,
cool.
So there's a bunch of new Neo Giallos. They're not quite Giallos because they're made in other countries.
Yeah, but I mean,
it's not that time. You know what I mean? It's like it's like noir. It was a
but you know,
time,
it's they hit all the same beats.
Exactly.
But
that's the neo tag.
That's okay. It's like we had neo noirs long after the film noir genre had kind of done its thing and moved on.
Genre, whatever.
So then they got another genre based on that genre.
I see what you're doing here.
Uh-huh. Do I have you pinned? Or is it just nobody is ever talking?
No, I just talk too much.
Okay. All right. Just checking. Movie and TV news. WandaVision director Matt Shakman will now make the jump from TV to the big screen, as he will helm the next untitled Star Trek film. The script will be written by Lindsay Beer and Geneva Robertson Dworet, with production beginning next year. This is significant in that it is the first Star Trek film to be written by female screenwriters. Shakman has previously directed episodes of Game of Thrones and It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, with WandaVision recently picking up 23 Emmy nominations. J.J. Abrams will be on board as producer, with no word yet if this new film will be a continuation of Abrams' Kelvin trilogy or just starting from scratch. Yes. Worthy to note also, a lot of the Star Trek television episodes have been written by female writers, but none of the movies yet.
If I were doing a movie, I would do a new movie in the previous franchise and get all the people from like the various, like Janeway, all those people, everyone can get to come back and do like a crossover movie.
Something, yeah.
Where all the crews, all the available people who can do this movie, can be in it and get like everybody from DS9.
But isn't that essentially what Picard is? Just as a
I don't know.
series?
Never saw it.
Yes, it kind of is.
Service I don't have.
Yes.
I've seen the trailers and I can tell you that
it's Picard is it's set in the Prime universe. It is a direct sequel to the original shows and movies. Takes place 30 years after the events of Nemesis, and it's actually the first thing they've done outside of the games and books, obviously, that takes place in that time period. Everything else has been prequels and whatnot and gone back rather than going forward. So, so they've definitely taken the ball and run with it. It functions very well as a direct sequel to Next Generation, because you see a lot of the Next Generation characters return and get to see what they've been up to. But you get a lot of touches on a lot of other characters as well. Like, for example, 7 of 9 from Voyager shows up in a not insignificant role, and stuff like that. But
considering that they both used to be Borg, that's interesting.
They deal with that aspect of it too.
That's a good way to go with that. But I would like to do I want Cisco and Janeway.
Well, unfortunately,
Picard's got his own movie. How much movies already? So we can just get the other people.
Unfortunately, Avery Brooks, who played Cisco, passed away a number of years ago.
Oh right.
Yeah. So.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Get his son. His son can be the new.
Well.
Maybe he's earned his spot after 30 years.
Maybe.
You know.
Yeah, it's true. He was in the Academy. at the time.
30 years
so.
later, maybe he's the new guy on DS9.
He could be,
and,
yeah.
Like Voyager's visiting and some shit happens. Like that's the beginning of the movie. I mean, you could do a cool little crossover movie with people who haven't gotten their own.
Well, yeah,
movie yet.
you could do that for sure.
That was my point. I wanted to do like
just get everybody. Yeah. That'd be great.
Anyway.
But our point was they're kind of doing that with Picard now. They're actually bringing a lot of those characters in and stuff, which is great. I saw most of the first season. I definitely plan to pick those up on Blu-ray. See, Paramount puts them out on Blu-ray. Yeah, even though they're streaming shows, they put them all out on Blu-ray. So.
That is true. I could probably pick up the Blu-rays along with
I need to get the Twilight Zone.
Yeah, I still need to get Next Generation, the series. Anyway, industry legend Antonio Banderas is the latest name to join the cast of the 5th Indiana Jones film. Details on his character are unknown at this time. The film is set to hit theaters in July of 2022.
Cool.
Very good. Always down.
For Indiana Jones.
Always down for more Antonio. Love Antonio.
He's like only slightly younger than Harrison Ford, dude.
Yeah.
That's exactly the kind of thing they would do in you.
Yeah, I suppose. It's only I think 10 years younger than him. It's not really a huge significance. I think 25-year-old.
HBO has announced 2 more animated spin-offs set in the world of Game of Thrones. One of the projects is set in a territory that was never seen in the original series, the Golden Empire of Yaiti, or simply Yaiti, a region in the continent of Essos near the southeastern limits of the known world. The society is considered one of the oldest and most advanced societies in creator George R.R. Martin's sprawling fantasy realm, and is inspired by Imperial China. On the flip side of things, one live-action prequel concept is no longer in the mix. Flea Bottom, a project reported as in development that was based on life in the infamous King's Landing slum, is not moving forward. Oh, that's unfortunate. I was kind of looking forward to that. Raptors record, for those keeping score, there are about 5 or 6 Game of Thrones spin-offs, live-action and animated, in various stages of development. Yeah, so the one we know we're getting for sure is the one about the Targaryens, the early days of the Targaryens. So, House of the Dragon or something like that, I think it's called. But looking forward to all of those. I love that world. It's such a rich, dark fantasy world. Oh yeah, I saw this. Everyone's favorite merc with a mouth, Deadpool, took his first steps into the Marvel Cinematic Universe this week. Kind of. Uploaded by Ryan Reynolds himself, Deadpool took part in a reaction video to Reynolds' upcoming film, Free Guy. Joining him was a very special guest, Korg, once again voiced by Taika Waititi. Taika Waititi also retweeted that on his Twitter, so...
Get those 2 people to do reaction videos to every Marvel movie.
That's what everyone's been saying. Yeah, they should just make this a thing. Or have, like, Deadpool with other characters from the MCU doing reaction videos, you know.
Like Raccoon, like Rocket.
Yeah. Him and Rocket would be fun, yeah. A lot of sarcasm.
Exactly, or Star-Lord.
Star-Lord, I could see Star-Lord.
Jesus Christ, they would never stop sniping at each other.
Star-Lord and Deadpool would be so hilarious. Let's see. Multiple new photos from the Flash set were released, including a new shot of Sasha Calle as Supergirl, Barry Allen in the Batcave, and a look at the construction of said Batcave, and the cherry on top, the classic Burton-era Batmobile. The film is on track for a November 2022 release. Yeah.
Oh, it looks so good.
I know.
Another day hasn't gone by. It's perfect.
I like how it's the Flash movie, but the only thing everybody's talking about with it is Batman.
This is the Batman crossover movie with a bunch of Batman.
It's just all of the Batmans. Yeah.
I hope they do a Batman Beyond to use potentially a movie.
I don't know, maybe
that would work so well as a movie. I mean,
there wasn't enough Batman in this Flash movie.
I know. Right? I hope they get a bunch of Flashes too. I hope it's a big a bunch of random characters.
I might have to do some kind of Eddie video about that. Maybe when the trailer drops.
Yes.
Eddie will just be beside himself with joy. So I watched
I think it was a very wise decision for them to put Batman in this movie.
Yes. And I mean, look, guys, what have I been saying this whole time, right? Everybody's talking about this Flash movie. Are they talking about the Flash? No, they're talking about Batman because it's got Batman in it. You know,
Batman.
It's all that matters.
Batman.
All right. HBO has ordered the A24 drama series adaptation of Viet Thanh Nguyen's.
That's the connection.
Thank you. Pulitzer Prize-winning novel The Sympathizer, with Robert Downey Jr. attached to co-star. The novel is an espionage thriller and cross-culture satire about the struggles of a half-French, half-Vietnamese communist spy during the final days of the Vietnam War, and his resulting exile in the United States. Downey is set to play multiple supporting roles as the main antagonists, all of whom represent a different arm of the American establishment, including an up-and-coming Orange County congressman, a CIA agent, and a Hollywood film director, among others. South Korean director Park Chan-wook, who previously helmed the original Old Boy, will co-create the series. This sounds hilarious. I want to see this. Hilarious. It's a drama series. But hilarious because it will be Robert Downey Jr. as half the characters in the show.
And let's be honest, for those who don't know, Korean films, no matter what the subject, have a history of also having humor. Like,
yes,
there's always an element of humor or strangeness
And
to
heavily
many Korean
laden
films.
with subtext.
excellent. Well, I'll definitely be wanting to check
I've
that
loved
out.
every Korean film I've seen, actually, out there now. They're all so fucking good.
Um,
I'm sure I'll find a bad one eventually, but not yet.
Actor Jeffrey Pierce, who voiced Tommy in The Last of Us Parts 1 and 2, has landed a role in the series adaptation for HBO. Pierce will recur as Perry, a rebel in a quarantine zone. Fellow actors Murray Bartlett guest stars as Frank, and Con O'Neill is Bill, so two post-pandemic survivalists living alone in their own isolated town. I remember Bill. That was a great character in that. Let's see. Blumhouse has tapped actress Alexis Lemire to lead its original movie, Tattered Hearts, alongside fellow actress Katie Sagal of Married with Children and Futurama fame. Set in Nashville, the story follows a promising up-and-coming country duo who seek out the secluded mansion of their idol, Harper Dutch, played by Sagal, a former country music star and Nashville royalty turned recluse. What starts out as a friendly visit devolves into a twisted series of horrors, forcing the friends to confront the lengths they will go to realize their dreams. Interesting. Well, I'm down for pretty much anything from Blumhouse, so...
Of course. Of course!
New Line has picked up Prowl, a pitch from writing duo Jake Emanuel and Willie Block, who will now write the script. Plot details are being kept in the basement, but the project is being described as a genre-bending, female-driven home invasion thriller set over the course of one evening. Cool.
What's it called?
Prowl.
Okay.
Filmmaker Joseph Kosinski, who has two star-studded films awaiting release between Top Gun Maverick and Escape from Spiderhead, has signed on to direct an adaptation of the graphic novel Chariot for Warner Brothers. The movie is described as a sci-fi thriller about a top-secret project from the Cold War that saw the government provide its star agent with a unique weapon, a state-of-the-art sports car. The Chariot, as it soon became known, sank into the ocean decades ago with said agent. But now a petty criminal looking to reform his life has stumbled upon the Chariot, and he's about to discover that the agent's consciousness is still controlling it. Interesting. So it'll be like Knight Rider, but different.
Perfect.
Due to a highly successful launch on Amazon, The Tomorrow War may be on the fast track to a sequel. Discussions are in place to bring the whole creative gang back, both in front of and behind the camera, including director Chris McKay and screenwriter Zach Dean, as well as lead actor Chris Pratt. Excellent. Speaking of Amazon, the streamer has officially shelved Tiger King, the series based off the popular Netflix docuseries Tiger King: Murder, Mayhem, and Madness. In a statement, Nicolas Cage, who was to portray Joe Exotic, explained, We should clear the record, Cage said. I read 2 excellent scripts, which I did think were excellent, but I think Amazon ultimately felt that it was material that had become past tense because it took so long for it to come together. They felt at one point that it was lightning in a bottle, but that point has since faded into the distance, and it's no longer relevant. The series may be shopped to other outlets. Well, there you go. Sometimes, yeah,
dies in a fire.
When you want to do timely stuff, you got to be timely about it.
I feel like I'm the 1% who just seethingly hated everything Tiger King, and just it was the stupidest concept, and it was the stupidest thing that I had ever seen. I'm like, wow, this guy was terrible and was an idiot.
Well, it wasn't a concept; it was a documentary about his life.
I know, but it blew up like fucking Making a Murderer.
Oh, I know. Like, yeah, I really have no interest in seeing it. I haven't seen it, but I heard enough about it that I get the gist. I don't need to see the full story of this weirdo's life.
What ruined it mostly was the fans. The fans of it, the hardcore,
just going on and on
about
it.
Were just every single post every 5 seconds on fucking Facebook, on Twitter, all over Instagram. It was, did they really murder this person? Did they really murder? I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah. I just want to play video games and watch anime. Go away.
It's just like, and then people at work were like, "Oh, do you watch it? Do you watch it? Do you watch it?" I'm like, "No, leave the fuck alone."
Let me eat my Swedish meatballs in peace. Anyway,
my fucking lunch break, okay?
I understood that reference. And finally, during a recent interview with Entertainment Weekly, actress Margot Robbie revealed that it's time for her to take a much-needed break from the character of Harley Quinn, having played her 3 times in 5 years. I was like, oof, I need a break from Harley because she's exhausting, she told the outlet. I don't know when we're next going to see her. Robbie also admitted that she's just as intrigued as everyone else is. Robbie will show up next in James Gunn's The Suicide Squad on August 6th, which looks like so much fun. I can't wait to see that one. Then in home video news, Paramount Pictures have announced Blu-ray releases for the following films. I think it's all part of their Paramount Presents line. The Brady Bunch 2-film collection with the Brady Bunch movie and a Very Brady sequel. Heaven Can Wait from 1978. I remember that was a pretty huge movie when it came out. Warren Beatty. Very good stuff. Ivan Reitman's Evolution from 2001. That's one that we've been saying we wanted a Blu-ray of forever.
It's about bloody time.
And another one we've been saying we want a Blu-ray of forever. Beavis and Butthead Do America. Yeah, I will definitely be getting at least a couple of those. The street dates for these... yes. The street dates for these titles are between October and November.
Yes.
The American Genre Film Archive, AGFA, have announced a Blu-ray edition for the 1967 horror film She Freak with a brand new 4K restoration. The street date for this title is August 31st. The Criterion Collection have announced their October slate. We got Uncut Gems from 2019, Devi from 1960, High Sierra from 1941, The Incredible Shrinking Man from 1957, Ratcatcher from 1999, and Onibaba from 1964. The street dates for these titles are between October 5th and October 26th.
Excellent.
In new release news, the following either premiered in theaters or their respective streaming services this week. The 6th and final episode of Marvel's Loki hit Disney Plus with the official confirmation of a 2nd season. Fear Street Part 3, 1666, the 3rd and final part of the Fear Street trilogy, hit Netflix. Space Jam: A New Legacy, the sequel 25 years in the making, hit theaters and HBO Max for a 30-day period. Gunpowder Milkshake, the story of mother and daughter assassins starring Lena Headey and Karen Gillan, hit Netflix. Escape Room: Tournament of Champions, the 2nd installment of the Escape Room franchise, hit theaters. And a classic horror story, the familiar yet unfamiliar story, hit Netflix. Alrighty, so What's on the screen this week, Eric? Oh, fuck. What was on the screen last week? It was video game.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
What was on the screen last week? Fuck, I don't even remember.
I don't know.
So we have to go back and look. I don't remember what it was. But, well, yeah, we already talked about it. This week is The Thing for the original Xbox.
Yes. Good old The Thing.
I already had the Xbox hooked up because I did a couple live streams with it the last couple days. So I'm like, fuck it, might as well find a game for the background.
Mm-hmm.
And The Thing was the winner.
The Thing was the thing to put in the background.
The thing of the thing.
The thing.
The thing.
I'm going to be doing a replay of that next year, by the way, because it's the 20th anniversary of the game, as well as being the 40th anniversary of the movie. So I'll be playing the PC version in glorious 1080p, 60 frames per second. So you'll be able to catch that live on Twitch, and then it'll probably be part of the Halloween games next year. Yes, already planning things like a year and a bit in advance. That's how my mind works. So, yeah.
That
Anyway.
is how his mind works. Alrighty. So, the video game news for this week. Starting off with the one that was the most recent conversation just shared with us. I mean, it was shared before, and then some updates were shared with us literally a few hours before he went live. And that was about a game currently in development. It was shown off in 2019 at the Tokyo Game Show called Gigabash.
Gigabash.
And Gigabash is pretty much like a overhead version of Destroy All Monsters Melee. Not really with Godzilla characters, but with giant kaiju and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, it looks really good. Looks like a lot of fun. And if you'd like to get in on the action, the PC Steam beta alpha actually goes live July 23rd.
The alpha version of the beta.
I almost said beta, no, it's the alpha.
The beta alpha beta.
Alpha beta.
Alphabets.
Alpha, gamma, beta. Zeta, phi.
Delta,
whatever.
gamma, pi.
Yeah. Yeah, it starts the 23rd and runs till the 26th. So if you want to test out the game, there's your chance to do so. This next one, I'd like to give a personal shout out to Stoudman for finding this one. I'm not sure what he was doing on Sesame Street's website.
Oh my god.
But I'm not gonna ask. So, but I will just, from his own words, I present to you all Cookie Monster Pac-Man.
Oh yeah, I just saw the post about that. I haven't checked it out yet.
Yeah,
but,
so
like,
if you go to
yes.
sesamestreet.org /games, you'll find the Cookie Monster Pac-Man game. And the funny thing is, it's a very solid version of.
Yeah.
It's really fun. I
Really?
was playing
Really
it for like
fun.
30 minutes straight. And
And
Nice.
it has like digitized voices of the Cookie Monster going.
Yes!
I
Oh my
almost
god!
played it on stream because of it.
Oh, I'm
Fuck
gonna have to play that. That's
And it's
sounds
Play it
like
on
much
stream.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah, you should. Yeah, you should stream it. And it's just like that.
Maybe I will.
Crafting it at some point.
Yeah, so this is probably
Yeah.
the weirdest recommendation I've ever given anyone to go play a video game. That is, so head over to sesamestreet.org /games and check out Cookie Monster Pac-Man.
Yeah. Words you never thought you would ever say.
No. The next one on the list here, the Streets of Rage 4 DLC has officially gone live. If you have the Switch version, though, you might want to wait a bit until they iron out some of the issues. They have responded saying they are aware that the issues of the issues, and they are actively working on a patch and getting it out as soon as possible. So, not sure what the issues are. I haven't really looked into it, but apparently, yeah. So if you have the Streets of Rage 4 on the Switch, just hold off for at least until the patch comes out. I would say give them maybe a few days.
I got in Steam. I almost bought the DLC. Almost.
Yeah, I have it, like I mentioned before, I have it like 3 times over. A Steam version and 2 versions on the PS4 because of a purchase accident that I made. I bought it digitally on the PS4, thinking that I had bought the limited run games Switch version, and I bought the PS4 version. So now I have the PS4 version physical and digital.
Whoops.
Yeah. It is. It all came with the same content. It's just not on the Switch. So I know this one. Skinslip tagged me in this. And it's
What'd I do?
yeah.
It's all your fault.
Shit.
And
What'd I do?
yeah, I'm. A lot of people seem to be crazy excited, and so am I. We're finally getting Super Robot Wars in an English version in the U.S. and on Steam. It's coming to the PC on Steam of all
Probably
places.
Gonna buy that. Yeah.
That's definitely gonna be a purchase for me. It's October 27th is when that version comes out, and it is to celebrate the 30th anniversary of the franchise.
Mm-hmm.
And go to the guy to design the logo.
Mm-hmm. If I go over here quick. I'm totally not prepared for this. There we go. I'll just kind of go over some of the highlights here. So it's kind of like a celebration of the series. So they're kind of going through and putting the most popular series, and integrating it into this game specifically. So we have a lot of stuff from the original Mobile Suit Gundam, Mobile Suit Z Gundam, a lot of Mobile Suit Gundam. Gundam was kind of like the big push forward for this franchise. So there's a lot of Gundam. So there's ZMSV, Mobile Suit Gundam, Char's Counterattack, Mobile Suit V Gundam, Gundam NT, then Heavy Metal L Game, the Brave Police J Decker, the King of Braves.
J Decker. Sorry.
Yeah, the King of Braves Gao Gai Gar. That one's hard to say. It's Gao Gai Gar.
Gao Gar. Yeah.
Gao Gaiar.
Final.
Gaigar. Yeah.
Final and Kings of Kings Gao Gai Gar versus Better Man. And then we have Code Geass, the Loesch of the Rebellion the Third, Glorification, Code Geass, Loesch of the Resurrection, not Reinsurrection, Resurrection. There's like an asterisk with
I
it.
think it's supposed to be resurrection. It's supposed to be. I think it's supposed to be said.
Well, yeah, it's supposed to be. Yeah, but it's like then
Hyphen.
Like a little hyphen and then surrection.
Yeah.
Right.
So
they're re-insurrectioning.
Yeah.
First one didn't work, so we're gonna do it again.
This one, these next ones, got me excited because they've been in most of the older ones that I've always wanted to play. Getter Robo Armageddon, and Mazinger Z Infinity.
I want all the Getter
Sword.
I want all the Getter Robos and Mazingers.
Yeah, Majestic Prince and Knights and Magic, and it's just like, yeah, this is gonna be fantastic. And like I said, it's coming on all major platforms, but also on Steam. So I'm just like,
I'll finally probably get it. I know I can get the Switch
Finally.
one, but like, probably wait and get the Steam version.
So that's coming out October 27th is when that's going to get released. So this next one here is a bit of a what I call the small find, as in it's just like a small website decided to do something awesome. The RetroRoomGames.com got the license and is producing, for the first time ever, a physical release of Chip's Challenge for the Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo with physical carts.
Ooh, nice.
So, yeah, that looks kind of cool. I've always been a fan of those old MS-DOS and old Windows time wasters.
Yeah.
Chip's Challenge is one of the next to Ski Free, Minesweeper,
that pinball game
and Space Cadet.
And that pinball game that came with Windows also.
Yeah, Space Cadet.
Yeah.
And
I mean, I love Ski Free.
Chip's Challenge was one of the ones that, like those kind of transcended past just this stupid little game that they added in to waste time for
Ski Free,
stuff like that, and has become a culture-wide phenomenon. So
I love Ski Free.
A lot of people don't know that Chip's Challenge had a Game Gear version.
I didn't know that. Yeah.
And it's weird.
And it's weird.
It is weird. But yeah.
I can play it online. It's so cool.
But
DOSBox, go. Let's go.
Oh, a Chips Challenge?
No, I'm playing Ski Free.
Oh, Ski Free. I'm like,
Right now?
Yeah, I had a hankering. I'm like, where can I play it? Right here online. I'm playing Ski Free.
oh yeah. Well, the original. Speaking of Ski Free, the original creator a long
DOSBox.
time ago released a modern version of it.
Oh, that's cool.
He had the rights to the original source code, and he pretty much just updated the source code to make it compatible with Windows 10.
Oh my god, I just want that version now.
And it's literally just a Windows application, just like it was originally back in the day, but it works in Windows 10.
I thought you meant when you said, do you want to email or just...
Apparently, there's a surfing theme remake of Ski Free in the Microsoft Edge browser.
Oh, yeah.
Like going to Edge / surf.
I was just gonna say that's an Easter egg no one's gonna play, because no one wants Edge.
It comes installing a computer, I'm pretty sure, doesn't it? I got Edge. I'm gonna open this up.
But is anybody going to use it? Because it's Edge.
Yeah, there it is. Oh my god.
And last but certainly not least here, for the video game news, Nickelodeon is releasing Nickelodeon's All-Star Brawl.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why I'm mentioning this is because the roster includes familiar faces from SpongeBob SquarePants, Rugrats, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Danny Phantom, Hey Arnold, Invader Zim, The Loud House, All Real Monsters, and many more. Coming to all major platforms fall of 2021.
And what is this?
It is literally Super Smash Brothers, but with Nickelodeon characters.
Yep.
And for all coming out on all major platforms.
Very cool.
People are pointing out that
Let's
it
get
looks
the
kind
door
of
right
like...
back.
People are pointing out that it looks kind of like the PlayStation All-Stars game, and they're like, it's probably going to suck like that one. I'm like, just give it a fucking chance.
That game didn't suck, you fucking weirdos.
First of all,
oh my god, it had a different fighting mechanic, so it
chance.
magically sucks.
I know,
Yeah.
right?
It had, instead of
forbid.
having a knock the enemy,
People want to
off the
talk shit
board.
about so much shit they haven't even fucking played yet. Like, come on. Calm down and just wait for it to come out. Maybe you'll find out it's actually
It does.
better.
It looks
than
good. And guess
modern
what? It looks like it
Smash
plays
Brothers.
identically to Smash Brothers.
Yes,
This
Yeah.
might be another case of like games like Brawlhalla.
It does
Where-
look really fucking
Brawlhalla's
good.
great, by the way. I like
Yeah, and
Brawlhalla.
Brawlhalla is fantastic. It has a very solid following. It has officially
I
licensed
play Brawlhalla.
DLC characters.
Yeah, like TMNT, which I don't even
Yeah, it
pretend to buy.
it just did a crossover with TMNT, so it made that shit official. So yeah, so parodies or knockoffs of Super Smash Brothers.
It's just a genre now.
And
It's fine.
yeah, it's a genre, and it can work very well. So yeah, I'm actually kind of excited. It does. The graphics look really, really good. The characters translated very well. They did a good job with the cell shading and the art style. That they made the characters with the 3D models don't look janky and weird.
Yeah.
The big
Look
one
like
for
they
me,
belong.
when I saw when you can let me start over.
Birds.
Excitement.
When you can get into a match where you can have Raphael, Reptar, Zim, and Danny Phantom all fight each other and beat the living piss out of each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm sold.
Kill Danny Phantom. Fuck Danny Phantom.
I just want to see Reptar eat Danny Phantom. I'm sorry.
But yeah.
You know,
Halt, I am Reptar.
Alt, I am Reptar. But yeah, I mean, it's just like when I saw that Rugrats was one of the franchises, I go, wait, they're gonna be kicking babies? Like, what's it? No, it's Reptar.
Good.
Okay. No, it's the Godzilla.
Good.
So,
Did you, either this week or last week, I might have missed it. Did you talk about the Steam Deck? Steam Deck?
no,
That's not
No
hanging out this
interest.
week. I didn't start this week.
no, it got announced this week.
Yeah, I don't
So-
think it had the big announcement yet. Like, we knew that
And-
Steam was working on something, but we didn't know what or when. So,
Could they given it a more confusing title?
Yes,
because
Steam
Deck. Yeah, I know.
Stream Deck.
I kept
The Steam Deck.
I was talking about it on one of my streams, and I kept mixing them up. So
Yep.
Steam Stream Deck, no, Steam Deck. Fuck.
Steam Deck.
Yeah.
Is it power enough to?
And I had to
stream?
I had to double check. I was like, wait, is that actually what it's called? It's like, okay, yeah, it is. I did remember that right. I wasn't like I was so confused.
If you want to get a look at what it's going to look like when it does officially come out, I can actually show you a prototype right now.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Got a mock-up right here.
It looks very similar to the Switch. Yeah.
A little bit wider screen.
It pretty much what it is. It's a Switch with
essentially, yeah.
Bigger screen.
That connects to your stream.
To your Steam Lab.
Runs Linux, so you can run a lot of programs on it natively.
I don't care
see,
about
what's
that.
funny
It's not
is
a bad idea,
I just want the
but,
Steam games.
it's not a bad idea, but the problem is, this is what happens when a big company takes two failed ideas, throws them together to try to create a successful idea. And this is the two failed ideas of the Steam controller, which I own one.
Which nobody cared
pile
about.
Of donkey shit.
Yeah, nobody cared about that.
I'm amazed that thing actually sold.
Yeah.
It's beautiful in its weirdness.
Yeah,
but I mean, it's a meme to play with.
Weird.
Where
it's a
is
meme
she?
to play with it. It's not has nothing to do with like its quality.
Oh, okay. I didn't know where you were chatting from.
Oh, I sent it.
Like, hold on, let me show you this. It is very strange, I imagine, to get used to. I haven't tried it myself. I never wanted to get it.
But honestly, I actually like the idea of this. Like, basically, like it's like a Switch.
Yeah, I love it.
But it gives you access to your stream or your Steam library. It's dockable like a Switch, so you can hook it up to your TV.
It looks like they only have they have a few pads on it on the Steam Deck.
You can use other controllers.
Would allow you to use
it has
controls.
a square mouse pad, thumb pad, where you can actually do a mouse control.
It also has regular ass fucking controls.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, so does this. It's just extremely limited.
And it's
it is not. You can actually hold it.
Yeah.
I was gonna say because it doesn't have these stupid flipper pads in the back.
Yeah.
That I kept always hitting. I'm just like, no, and you can't turn them off. You can't take them off or whatever. It's just
that's the most annoying feature of that.
This is the stupidest fucking idea I've ever seen.
Stupid.
This is like this side is a touchpad. I get it. This side is a touchpad. It also clicks in for like a left mouse click.
Yeah.
I get it.
So it's like the touchpad on the PS4 controller.
This side works like a standard D-pad. Why is it like this?
Why isn't it just a D-pad?
Why isn't it just a fucking D-pad?
Yeah.
Right? Did you want to keep the googly-eyed look or something like that?
I don't know.
When I use it, it's because I want it for meme purposes, not because I think it's a good controller.
Yeah, this has been down in the history of people who live stream and want to purposely use a shitty controller to play a game really badly.
Yeah.
I'm gonna at some point
it's like a purposeful cripple.
When I finally get it up here from California, it's at Mike's house, and so once I get it, I basically make a points thing in my stream to make me play a round of Overwatch using that fucking thing.
Oh God! Oh no!
I totally forgot this. I don't know if you guys can hear that when I see again.
It does little doody.
It uses the vibration motors to play a little jingle when you turn it on.
That's crazy.
It's like my favorite thing, actually.
So weird.
So it doesn't, like I said, it'll play a noise, but it doesn't have a speaker. Yeah, it uses.
I heard it. Yeah.
I like that feature a lot, honestly.
Interesting.
Keep turning it on.
So,
but
what I will say about the Steam Deck is that I think this one actually could be successful, and a lot of people are hyped about it.
Yeah, a lot of people are excited about it.
Bad.
Yeah, it's all right.
At the end of the day, yes, it is something they're competing in the handheld market.
Yeah.
Because there's only one other thing out on the market that's kind of handheld right now. It's the fucking Switch.
Pretty much.
So,
yeah. It's the only one of note.
It's the one market that you want to be entering into.
Well, it's a good idea too. I think you said this, Stout, was
and you can dock it if you don't like the way the controls are.
Well, you were saying, Stout, so a new handheld console and immediate access to my entire Steam library, which in Stout's case is literally 1,500 games, and he's just like, sold.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I mean,
I mean,
like
it's
it.
great.
Use it for, yeah.
If it's strong enough to be a streaming computer too, that'd be really helpful. Also.
I don't
I
know.
need a
it's
computer
not.
that can just stream.
No.
It's running a
It's
Ryzen
not.
APU. It's not.
No.
Damn it. Still
Games-
But here's
Games only.
here's my biggest gripe with it. It's gonna the top tier package, which would be the one that you want, that has the 512 gig NVMe drive in it, that has all the features that would make this thing usable. It's $700.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a
Jesus.
game system, basically.
Yeah.
So it's just like at that point, you know, and plus if you're going to be docking it and they're like, yes, it's still a computer and stuff like that. Why don't you just for $700 you could build a faster fucking computer?
Yeah.
This is the exact reason.
You wouldn't have the
why-
portability, though. That's the thing.
This
That's
is
what
the
they're
exact
selling you.
reason why the Steam PC, that those Steam boxes that they tried to sell like 4 or 5 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Why those things failed hardcore?
Yeah.
Because they were literally building. They weren't built like consoles. They don't have dedicated developers making them strictly for this. They're to make PC games. They're trying to run PC games.
Thanks,
The
Pam.
PC market is going to outrun this thing so fucking quickly. And it's just like it'll be dead in a year.
Yeah.
What would this
Well,
thing be?
I'm
They'll be selling
hoping
on
to
old
get
stock
it.
I don't
in a year and a
know.
half.
I don't know about that. I don't
That's
think.
what I'm hoping.
I don't think it's going to be dead in a year. I think it's going to be a raging success.
Yeah.
My plan is
everybody-
to wait until what happened last time happens this
my
time.
my
where-
Twitter feed all
Hey.
week has basically been exploding with people excited about their pre-orders.
Yeah,
So
this is the
I
same
mean,
thing that happened with this controller and with those Steam PCs.
yeah, but
It got rave reviews. People loved it.
I don't think
They've
this is
gone
the
to
same
trade
thing.
shows and it was all
Yeah.
over the thing. It's the same exact thing.
I don't
Exactly the
think
same thing.
this is the
It's a
same
pre-built
thing
PC.
at all.
It's a pre-built PC
Yeah.
designed to run the current roster of games,
Yep.
and that's it.
Yeah,
You know,
but
it
it's
has there's no future proofing on it at all.
yep, but it's portable. I mean, it's console. What console's future proof? Of
It's
course
not a
it.
console.
But it is. It
No,
is.
it's
No,
not.
it is in.
is, technically.
Well, no, it is in that it's not upgradable. So later
Yeah,
they'll
no,
if
basically
it's a
console.
It's
success.
not a console, meaning it doesn't have actual straight developers making games specifically for it.
No, but it is a console in that it is a set of hardware that cannot be changed, like a console.
Well,
I'm just
I
talking about
think
the
that-
hardware of it. Like, who cares
think
about
that they're
development?
trying
It's,
to-
Yeah, and the
Well,
hardware
no.
is not amazing.
it doesn't
at all.
matter. So don't get it then if you don't like it, Jesus. But it's not the same thing as the controller. It's not the same thing as the Steam PC. It's a completely different market. But it's like giving us a bit of crossover between console enthusiasts who like the portability, who like the kind of thing that the Switch gives you, plus the PC market, people who like their Steam library. It's like I'm not seeing the negative side here. I mean, it looks like
It's
a
too
good.
expensive. It's way
Well,
way
you
too
know,
expensive.
you're paying for the convenience.
It needs to be
Like
I mean, if
everything.
it's going to be a portable system
love you,
in
kitty.
competitor to something like the Nintendo Switch, it needs to be like
Aw.
$300,
Yeah.
Look at that.
Well,
which is the
I
cost of
can
a
see
Switch,
that. Yeah.
not $700, where it's the cost
Well,
of a.
well,
I don't know.
gaming
People are
PC.
buying it in droves anyway, so
I think
I don't
what
think it
they're
matters.
doing. I think the
I'm probably gonna
idea
buy one.
behind
Yeah,
it is
see?
the idea behind it is like not just to be a competitor for the Switch, but also a competitor for things like GeForce has their new thing that they're doing, where
Well, a competitor for cheap PCs too.
well, that's
You know.
God, that's not even remotely what I'm trying to say.
All right. I thought that's where you
GeForce
were
has this
going.
new thing where you can play a game on anything. You can play any game you want to,
Oh,
like on your
GeForce
fucking
Now.
phone, even.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if
It's-
it's
So it handles the
GeForce Now.
processing
Yeah,
on
it's
their
called
end and
GeForce Now.
streams it
It's-
to
yeah,
you or
it's a remote
something.
stream.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's
Okay.
this is something that this console is also capable of. I think they're trying to compete
Okay.
with that kind of thing. It's the same kind of thing that like the Google fucking Stadia was trying to do,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and it's the same thing.
But they did it
There's a couple
poorly.
of other.
Stadia
You know,
was making
You know what
some
works
very
better than the Stadia or the other
lofty-
things is when I'm streaming it from my personal computer to my handheld device on my own
Yeah.
private internet. It'll probably work just fine.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's
Across
probably
the internet was a problem.
And you can already
you
do
know.
that, with a
Uh-huh.
bunch of other devices.
So it's probably similar to
this
how
is an ease of use kind of.
So it's probably similar to how Netflix will do their gaming. It'll be like all the processing on their end, and they just stream it to you.
You can open up Netflix on this thing and watch on the shitter if you want, because it's just a PC. It's a fucking Linux-based operating system. You can open up and install regular software.
Yeah, just hope they don't make the lofty claims like Stadia did, where just like you could load up the ad on YouTube and click the button and be playing it in 4 seconds. Yeah, no, that never fucking happened.
No.
Yeah, that's literally they demoed that on stage. They had like an ad for Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and then they clicked on the ad and it like full screened them, and they were playing the game within seconds. They're like, "This is the power of Stadia." I'm like,
my god, I remember that.
And literally, no one experienced that at home.
No one experienced it because they didn't even get past the. You needed one of the highest end Chromecasts, a special controller that didn't work with all the games.
Oh my god!
You needed you had to have a cell phone. You couldn't browse the games on your TV. You had to do it on a phone first, and then send it to the Chromecast.
Yeah.
To be honest, it's just like, and that's as far as it ever got.
So basically, it was about
games multiple times, too.
So basically, it was about as user-friendly and intuitive as everything else Google has ever done, except their search engine.
Right. So it's just like
fucking bullshit.
So I'm a little salty about.
Well, no wonder
stuff like this.
Yeah, but to be fair, this is not going to work like that. I mean, that's ridiculous.
I know, but like I said, I would be a little more optimistic if this is their first time doing this. Mm-hmm. But it's not their first time doing this. This is like their third or fourth.
Yeah, but maybe they learned from what they did wrong with those other things, and
I can certainly hope. I mean, that they do.
It seems
I'm being more
third time's a charm.
Yeah. I mean, all I'm saying is it seems to have been very well received by the gaming community, like console enthusiasts, Steam enthusiasts alike. Like everybody wants this thing. It's all I've been hearing about all week is how everybody wants a Steam Deck.
Here's the thing. They can afford to lose money because they make money hand over fist. So
well, some
they're going out and limit these things, and if it takes them 7 different iterations to finally get...
Oh, for fuck's sake! Again? Yeah. I swear it's this new. Fuck. What is it? Yeah, it's the new Logitech driver. The new Logitech driver is fucking... Can you reboot, please? Jesus, there. It's the new... Ever since I got this new Logitech driver, it's just been, like, shitting the bed. And I don't know why.
Wait, that was you that crashed?
Yeah. So it was like, yeah. Of course, I'm going to be playing games very shortly for Halloween. Really hope this doesn't affect the stability of games. I don't know. Might just do a full uninstall, reinstall of the drivers. See if we can get that sorted. All right.
I have to dance for some elf, dude.
Can you get to the fucking login screen, please? Let me have my rage. Thank you, finally. Holy shit.
I know. No wonder remotes keep breaking.
Nice beach resort wallpaper. Well, I don't... It's fucking Windows. It randomly picks a picture. Alright, hold on. Gotta reboot again, otherwise it's gonna be gerbling and loading everything painfully slow.
Yeah, I used to.
That's twice, 2 weeks in a row that's happened.
Craig smashes his controller on the ground whenever he rages, and Vincent just mocked it.
I'm a Mac, I'm a PC.
He always wonders, like a month later, why he needs to buy a new controller.
So, yeah. Funny enough, you mentioned I'm a Mac, I'm a PC. Of course, actor Justin Long played the Mac in those commercials. I'm currently in the middle of watching the Netflix series F for Family, in which he plays the hippie son to Bill Burr, who plays the dad in that. It's quite funny.
What?
No, as soon as I heard the sound, I knew exactly what was happening. I was just like, all right, can we... See, look at that. Just straight into it this time.
You tickled my foot. You put it on me.
Alright, it'll just take a second here to, I'll just have to switch over to camera only just whilst I do the link and everything, so... Come on.
You do? Why? Because I think it's over.
And you need to go to bed in 4 minutes, kiddo. So you want to close down your game there? Oh, thank you, Crackerjack.
My God, can I skip this fucking cutscene? Sorry.
Thank you, Ray.
I was waiting for a break and then Cracker just reminded me that I can wait.
Yeah, am I able to get back in? I think I can. I think I can. I think I can.
My game down, so let's say goodbye.
There. Hi. It's that I looked at the error screen this time. It's that fucking new Logitech driver that I got that I needed to download to get the camera functioning again, and now it's just fucking hold on.
Might need to
No,
uninstall the,
don't
software.
export me.
Uninstall. Uninstall.
Uninstall.
No, I did a full uninstall, reinstall, full clean install. All things Logitech were removed from the system, part and parcel.
My personal favorite is,
I know.
did you start Wando's Nigormidly?
Wandos, yeah.
Like I said, I'm still waiting for the day that I corrupt the system so bad that it, like, the BIOS is just, like, misspelling Windows.
Having an aneurysm.
And just having an aneurysm at the boot screen.
Yeah. Wandos.
So, that says, start Wando's Nigormidly. I'm like, that's...
Nigormidly. That's important. If it's not Nigormid enough, it won't start properly.
That is the perfect face for that, Michael, by the way. Wandos.
Wandos. The old dude with some inner pain.
But just to
Anyway.
fucking
Greetings,
skip
Wolfden.
from
Welcome to the stream.
The one where he drags the computer to the...
Yeah. So
Oh, yeah, and then it disappears. It just vanishes.
There's something that he's like this. He's like leaning in, and just goes, and it's just gone.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
my take from that is, wow, I wish my computer deleted things that fast.
Yeah. Is there any more gaming news?
No, that was about it.
All right, cool. Pickups.
Big ups.
I'll do mine first, because I just have one.
I have
Hey.
4.
I have 2.
I have 8.
Ooh.
Eric wins.
I got one item this week, and this is actually the only thing I bought all month.
I always tell
and
when I got
will
paid.
probably be the only thing I buy all month. It's a tight month for bills and stuff. Anyway, big fan of this movie. I've talked about it many, many times before. I have the old Blu-ray release, which was okay, honestly. Some people complained. They said that the widescreen aspect ratio was a little bit off. Like, it was stretched vertically ever so slightly, but enough that if you looked at it side by side with other releases, you could tell.
Oh my god. I watched
know.
a movie like that last night.
It wasn't, believe me, it's not noticeable unless you're...
Love Me Tender was like that.
Yeah, but it's in this case, it was not noticeable unless you're literally looking at side by side. So anyway, this edition has a whole new 4K transfer from the original negative. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll get it for that. And anyway, what it is Event Horizon, the new Scream Factory Collector's Edition.
Sam Neill goes crazy.
Sam Neill goes crazy. I almost got this along with In the Mouth of Madness, which I still need to pick up, and I was going to have like a Sam Neill goes crazy double bill, but it just wasn't in the budget.
The
so
Mouth
I
of
got.
Madness is so good.
It's
my
great.
God,
I
it's my
love
favorites.
it. I used to have it on Laserdisc, but anyway. So got this, and of course it does have the one of the original posters. There's a few posters. I actually like this one better than the one with the two faces on it.
I like the one with the two faces,
just the
but
ship.
not as much as that one.
It's
I got
all right.
like all of them.
I've got the one with the two faces on the other release, so I'm good. Now,
Exactly, same.
here's the thing. In terms of extras, I did a side-by-side. There's nothing new on here. This is the same goddamn extras that we've had for like 15 years, ever since the two-disc DVD edition. So, considering how long it took them to even announce the extras package, I'm like, what were you waiting for? Why didn't you just say we're porting everything over from the old release and call it a day?
They wanted all those sweet
Maybe they were denied the option to do
Which way should I go now?
I don't know. Anyway, a lot of people were saying hopefully we'll get the long-awaited uncut version. Yeah, that's literally never going to happen because all of that footage is gone. It just doesn't exist anymore. Doesn't
they
even
say that.
It
but,
does. No, it's gone. It is gone. 100% gone. Junked. Thrown in the skip. It's gone.
Sad.
Why
are you torturing me with this?
Apparently, there's not even like a VHS grainy ass crappy quality work print out there anywhere. There's just
never afforded this.
There's just nothing. So
okay, so when you're a director on a film, oftentimes you would like you record your own director's cut, which means that's when you get your own cut of the movie that you get to keep, and then you have to do your contractual edit based on what they give you. And I have this weird feeling with this movie, like they're kind of embarrassed by this movie because it's made popular despite the fact that they tried to bury the damn thing and fucking notes it to death.
I don't know. No.
Oh, there's so much edited. It was edited to death.
Yeah.
So apparently the movie, the original like dailies were so fucking weird and out there that it put the studio execs off.
Yeah. Good.
So
I want to see that version.
I know. I have a feeling we'll never see it because they don't want to admit they did a bad.
I don't know.
But here's the thing, though. That's the case for a lot of movies, though.
Yeah.
They also did a lot of bad with a lot of other movies, and they don't necessarily keep them from releasing director's cuts of those movies. You know?
Yeah.
So
it only took like 30 years for Blade Runner to get its director's cut.
It does.
Yeah,
take time.
but in that case, Warner Brothers keeps everything, so
yeah, exactly.
they had all the footage. That's the discard, in case anyone's wondering. It's actually kind of cool.
It does have the 4K version of the movie, right? New transfer. That's
it is. It is. Yeah, new 4K scan from the original camera negative. All the extras are the same as what has been on every edition of Event Horizon since they put out that 2-disc DVD edition. I was really hoping we get at least maybe a couple of new interviews. Maybe some behind the scenes. There's not even a lot of behind the scenes footage for this, because I remember I bought that original 2-disc DVD edition, and the one thing that disappointed me about it was all of the featurettes are basically just talking head. There's almost no footage or stills or anything. It's just them sitting there talking about the movie, and it's all interesting stuff. But it would be nice. You look at so many other making of featurettes, and there's like on-set footage of the making of the movie, and there's photos and everything, and there's
considering the effects
nothing
that were used in the making of the movie, it's like, okay, I kind of want to see how those effects came to be.
Well, that's it exactly.
And there's tons of effects shots left on the cutting room floor also, like tons of them. I mean, tons of gore shots that were just completely erased.
Which they were
no one was keeping that. No one was keeping like tabs of him on set. Like he was an early director, but and usually they keep stuff. But no one was like there was some other shit going on. So they were distracted business wise.
I don't know.
And he got away with a lot of stuff until they got to the editing.
I mean, he wasn't an unknown. He'd had a few hits under his belt by that point. So, I don't
runs things.
I don't know.
Someone who reports every day is over or under schedule or whatever.
It was Paramount. Paramount released this one.
Over behind schedule.
So I don't know. Whatever the case is, at least we finally got a new transfer. So there you go. So
I will be upgrading that eventually.
Yeah.
I have the previous release. I'm not inclined to rush out and upgrade it yet.
Yeah, but
Someday.
it's a favorite of mine. So for me, the upgrade was justified.
Absolutely.
So,
and you need the slipcover. I mean, that slipcover. Was
and
amazing.
I wanted the slipcover. Yeah, I actually really like this the artwork on the slipcover. I think it's quite nice. Did a very nice job of that. So, yeah. So I know that's what we do with our favorite movies. We support them, even if it's not a huge.
I got like
huge
20
upgrade,
copies
but...
of Halloween, so
Well, and how many editions of The Thing and Transformers the movie
Exactly.
do I have? Terminator 2,
I'm gonna buy another steelbook of Transformers. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I'm gonna buy that too.
Steelbook.
I'll get the 4K just cause. I'll probably get both the 4K and the the steelbook and the non-steelbook, like I did with the Blu-ray release. So, but I mean, for me, it's about support. In that case, it's about supporting the release of an animated film on Blu-ray in the hopes that we'll get more animation on Bluray.
I'm gonna probably
4K,
buy that 4K specifically because I want more animation on 4K.
Exactly.
To exist, you know.
And Transformers is something that I will watch over and over and over again forever.
Comfort film.
So, I'm future-proofing that because eventually I'll upgrade to 4K, and I know that this is something I'll rewatch a lot, so it's worth it. And definitely a comfort food movie for sure. For sure. Alrighty. For sure, man. For sure. Let me just unpin myself. So, sorry, how much does everybody else have again? We got Stout, Garbage, Skinslip.
I have 4. Garbage has 8.
8. All right.
You should go with Garbage first.
Let's get Garbage on up here. Do you not want to go next? You don't have
I mean,
to.
I'm just...
Why?
Because I'm curious what you got.
Yes, we want to know what you got. Is that okay?
So I got some stuff.
Got some stuff.
Some
things.
Things, man. Some stuff. Recommend it.
That thing's on DVD.
Things.
All right.
Movie.
So the first thing I picked up.
Not the sequel to The Thing.
Shock and awe. I picked up a couple more of these mini arcade machines.
Ah.
Oh, I'm shocked.
And
these
odd.
are the bigger ones. These are the bigger ones from Microplayer Retro Arcade, or just My Arcade for short.
Mm-hmm.
The first one I picked up is Burger Time.
Burger Time.
Ooh, that's one of my favorites.
I played that on ColecoVision. That's a fun one. It's where you run around and make burgers by running all over them.
And you crush enemies with the burgers.
That's right. So you get like squashed bugs in your burger.
Die by burger, bitch.
The next one I picked up is Galaxian.
Classic shooter, yeah. I like the little arcade-style joysticks in there. That's awesome.
Love the art on that machine.
Oh yeah. That's got
art on that machine is gorgeous.
Great.
It's got
great
a full
side art on
recreation
there,
of the original side art.
I see that.
That's nice.
I kind of want that just for the fucking side art.
How much do those mini arcades go for, Garbage?
If you buy these off of Amazon or like Walmart or anything like that, they're going to run you like $20-25 a pop.
Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad at all.
I found these at my local Aldi for $15.
Nice.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
So I'm like, score.
And I assume they're arcade accurate because we have that technology now.
No. Sometimes it's the NES port.
Yeah, they are just as good though. They are the NES versions.
Okay.
Especially Galaxian and Burger Time. The NES ports were fairly accurate to the original arcade versions.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Speaking of NES ports that are also fairly accurate to the arcade versions, we have Dig Dug.
Hey,
Dig
Dig Dug.
Is my absolute favorite game.
Love Dig Dug. Yeah.
I have sunk thousands of dollars in those machines.
I used to play it on my Apple IIc all the time. I always really liked it.
Like, if I go to an arcade and they have Dig Dug's the first thing I play. Always. Without fail.
Yep. And like anything else,
Dig
these
Dug's
are
great.
officially licensed. Officially licensed.
I figured they have all the.
I have
artwork
Dig
and
Dug on
everything.
the NES, which was never released in the US, so it's like a very limited edition, portable.
Never released in the US / only released on these things.
Well, no. But the NES version was released in Japan, but not in the US. And it's went independent. So this company made reproductions, but they had like limited edition posters and signed copies and box recreation. Paid a lot of money for it because it's one of my favorites.
Very cool.
So this next game I picked up is for the original PlayStation. It was the first game to ever try to go up against Tony Hawk back when Tony Hawk Pro Skater was brand new. That is Grind Session.
There you go.
Session, God.
Yeah, this is like poor man's Tony Hawk.
That gif of the feels wave that just happened.
Yeah, this is like when you look at the pictures, you're like, wow, that looks like Tony Hawk.
Yeah,
it had the look. It didn't have the feel though. It was a very it was very heavy.
Yeah,
characters moved like
weird.
It was like a lot of floaty.
Reminds me of Too
Yeah.
Extreme to a certain degree. Remember?
Oh God, the 2 Extreme.
God,
series.
that game.
The only one I ever played of those was the one that they did a little sponsored game with Razor scooters.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And you
right.
would like race your ass down like a fucking mountain on these damn Razor scooters.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just like, that was one of the first games I ever rented for the PlayStation.
Oh no!
It was a 2 Extreme game. That
I'm
was
so
because
sorry.
I had a friend of mine who had a family friend of ours who was coming to visit, and I had just gotten the PlayStation, and we wanted to go rent the game, and he was a big sports nut, so yeah, we rented 2 Extreme, and we promptly gave it back the next day. Played it that night, had some fun with it, and gave it back the next day. Yeah, I picked up a couple of X-Backs games.
X-Back.
X-Backs.
X-Backs.
Mm-hmm.
This one I actually already had, but the disc was like barely working. It was so scratched up and fucked up. And plus, I didn't have a case for it. It was in this little sleeve.
Mm-hmm.
So I finally found this complete in box. Well, sort of complete in box. We have Bloodwake.
Hey, I
Ooh,
want that game.
I don't know that
It's one of
one.
my
This
list
game
of games
is
I want.
so much fun.
I have an Xbox. I just don't have any
And
games
this is
for
an
it.
interesting version because
well.
this was originally a previously rented Blockbuster version that has the big shiny Blockbuster sticker on it
Excellent.
that you can't take off.
That makes it more valuable
It actually just
to
makes it
some
nostalgic.
people.
It makes it more nostalgic. Plus, the guy's original receipt is on here.
Awesome.
He paid $20 for it when he bought it.
What's the
straight
date?
From, it is 2002.
2002.
Which is
God,
on the
20 years
receipt?
ago.
On the
Fuck me.
receipt? 2002.
On the receipt.
Nice.
Yeah.
Almost 20
November
years
2nd,
ago.
2002.
Ah, it's been almost 20
At
years since
5:37 p.m. It's when
God,
this was
Jesus
purchased.
Christ.
5:37 p.m.
Aging.
Excellent.
Yeah, I for my work I had to learn to read military because it says 1737.
Oh yes, yes.
I learned for anything past noon, once you hit like, if it reads like it'll read 1, 2, or 12, 13, 14, 15.
Yes.
You take 2 and remove the 1. And that
Or
gives you the time.
you subtract 12.
That too. There's many ways to get to that. To read
That's how I
military.
always do it, is subtract 12.
But it just one day it dawned on me, and I'm looking, I'm like, oh, that's really just you subtract 2 and get rid of the 1, and that's the time. There you go. So if it's 17,
that's actually a good point.
subtract 2 to 15 and just get rid of the 1, and it's 5.
And it's 5. Yeah. Or 13, subtract 2, get rid of the 1, it's 1.
It's 1.
There you go.
So
it's amazing.
But
Amazing.
yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, but this
Chicken
has,
and
like, the
waffles.
sticker. I thought the sticker was painted on because there's like no edge to it. No,
Weird.
you can tell where that's ripped right there.
Yeah.
There is like a lacquer sticker across the
Nice,
entire
sweetie.
front of the disc with a little bump.
Yep.
Brush your teeth.
So I'm
Okay.
like, oh god. So this is sort of complete. I'm missing the manual, but I have a box for it now at least. Thank God.
That's one of those games you need to get.
Um,
Chernobyl vibe. Okay.
But yeah, high-speed gunboat warfare.
Okay.
So,
It's Twisted Metal with boats.
it's Twisted Metal with boats.
Really, really fun game. I like Crimson Skies too, based off the miniatures game. But
This
Is
next
that
one
everything?
here,
Oh, okay.
I'm counting it as one pickup, but it's actually 2 games. It's one of the few double packs that they released for the Xbox, and that is the Star Wars, Clone Wars, and Tetris Worlds double pack.
Hey, I used to have that. I don't have
That was the pack-in for the Xbox that I got.
Mm-hmm. So
One
I
thing
have the
liked
other.
about- Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say I have the other double pack disc because it's 2
Just gotta
games
see Ray off.
on one disc.
Yeah.
It's both games on one disc with
Clone Wars
2
rules, by the way. Heads up.
which is nice.
One of the best Star Wars games.
Oh yeah, it's fantastic.
So
It
good.
does each game. What I like is that each game
Hey,
comes with its own
manuals.
manuals.
That's good. You're lucky you even got manuals of those.
Yeah, so I got both manuals for it. The other double pack disc that I know of, is the only one that I have, is the Sega GT 2002 and Jet Set Radio Future,
which was another
That I have.
amazing fucking combo pack.
Oh,
I
I
had
know.
that because that racing game was really fun. I spent so many hours in it.
Like if someone like looked at it and went like Star Wars and Tetris, what the fuck? And then you actually play them, and you're like, oh my god, Star Wars: Clone Wars for the Xbox is a fucking awesome game. And then you play Tetris Worlds, and you're like, this is a fucking awesome version of Tetris.
It's a pretty good Tetris game. And
one of my favorite Tetris
games.
Actually.
Here's the thing that I liked about it that I didn't know until I got it and tried it. It's not a big deal nowadays, but back then it was a huge fucking deal that the Xbox had its 10 gigabyte fucking hard drive, right?
Yeah.
And you could put music on the hard drive, and then you could play that on
stream the
Tetris
music.
boards. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. This actually
It's even
has the
better
original.
once you start the game of Tetris. You can actually swap out the CD and put your own CD in and play.
Yeah,
it.
that too. It would load all of it
Yep.
into internal memory.
And it just prompted you to put the CD back in when the game level was ended.
It was also the big one. Also, it was Xbox Live.
Mm-hmm.
It was one of the earliest examples
Online Tetris
of
game.
online Tetris, multiplayer Tetris. So yeah, this one came with the tryout. Remember the tryout Xbox Live offers? They were about as abundant as the AOL minutes.
And what I remember the most is that at the end of the Xbox's life cycle, those double packs had gotten shipped with fucking every Xbox console. So because of that, you could find the double packs in every GameStop in the country for like a quarter or less.
Oh yeah, that's why these things are still not that expensive. They're still like
they're getting more expensive. The Jet Set Radio Future one is ridiculously expensive now.
This is like $4.99.
That one's still fairly.
I have that on PS2.
Actually, this is the double pack.
I actually really
with Tetris Worlds.
I actually really like that Clone Wars game, and I wish it would get a re-release.
It's a fantastic
remaster for sure.
It's so underrated, and it predates all of the Clone Wars cartoons and everything too. So it's like the only.
Yep.
It was the only spin-off around at the time.
I would say it's at least as good as Starfighter.
I thought it was pretty
it's
good.
A really good game.
And it's got.
I think Starfighter was better personally, but it's more my style game.
Well, and it's got a mix of like vehicle combat and running around with a lightsaber or blaster combat as well. So it's nice. I like it.
I mean, like all you really need to know is the very first mission in the game. You're playing as Mace Windu in a tank.
Yep.
And then after you blow up a bunch of shit as Mace Windu in a tank, you get to jump out and play as Mace Windu.
Yep.
Like slicing shit up with his purple lightsaber.
Yep.
That's all you need. You're like, you play the first mission, you're like, I need to play the rest of this.
Do I need to sell you on this anymore? But yeah, no, it was. I was actually really pleased with that one. I enjoyed it a lot, and I don't think I never finished it, but I played through the first.
It's hard.
Yeah, I played through the first few missions, and I really liked it a lot. And it's kind of annoying because it's one of the few games from that era that has not had a re-release. Like, most of the games from that era have been re-released on PC or on PS3, PS4, whatever.
It's just like,
in like enhanced versions, which, give us the Clone Wars one too. Come on.
Jack, 007, and Pam, if you keep mentioning that I keep yawning, I'm going to continue to yawn.
Yawn.
Oh.
There you go. So that's all the video game stuff. I actually have a couple anime and TV show things.
Sorry. Okay. Well, 007 says he didn't mention anything.
You agreed with Pam.
He's been falsely accused. Oh, he agreed. Okay.
Anyway.
How dare you?
I'm yawning.
No, Duncan's yawning, and he just woke up, so... Yeah. No, he did not agree with me. He agreed with something else. Oh, he was talking about movies.
Oh, anyway.
That's what.
Yeah, anyway. There you go.
Again, falsely accused. I'm innocent! Yeah.
So this next one, actually, I was kind of surprised to see it, because it was like I had bought a random DVD of this anime I'd never heard of just to check it out. It was like the first like 3 or 4 episodes. Which, by the way, I hope they never stop making a DVD or Blu-ray of stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Of like an anime or a TV show with just like the first like maybe 4 or 5 episodes on it.
Yeah.
And sell it for like $5.
Yeah, just give you a taste. Give you a taste of it.
To see if you like it. Then after that, if you like it, you can search out the whole series,
Yep.
which is exactly what I did.
There you go.
With this one, I got the complete series for like $8, and that is Heat Guy J.
Oh, I've heard of that one. Yeah.
I found like one disc of that for like $0.25 one time.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I thought. I have this really reflective Heat Guy J DVD that has like 3 random episodes on it.
Huh.
And I liked what I saw because it was just goofy and fun, and it had to do with like grenades and vampires.
There you go.
Nice.
I'm like, there you go.
I like both of those things.
And really, this is that era where it's just like really janky, bad. Well, not really. The voice actors weren't bad, just the dubbing was bad.
Oh, yeah.
And
They
so it's
didn't
like that
put as
really
much effort
obvious-
in.
It's that where everyone talks like this. This is the dubbing.
I mean, in the 90s,
I'm
Yes.
there was
scared.
an 80s boom, and the 90s was the lull. And
The
then
other thing that sold me on this
the boom
is
late
this
90s,
has
I
the
think.
same. It's not from the same people, but it's very much the same art style. If you've ever watched the Boondocks, it's that same art style.
Mhm.
Okay.
That really just I don't even know what to call it. Like
Sorry, kidding.
you just like I call it the Boondocks art style. It's just like if you've seen that show, you know what I'm talking about. And that's what this anime looks like. It's fucking fantastic. So yeah, I saw this for like $8 or $9. I don't remember what I paid for it, but released by Funimation. So it's a nice little set.
Nice.
Always
Always good when you find those deals.
And last, but certainly not least, I saw this and I literally didn't even hesitate. I just went, I saw it and I go, yes. Pulled it right off the shelf. A lot of people know I am a big early generation Saturday Night Live fan. I love the era of, John Belushi, the eras of, I even liked Chris Kattan when he was on it. I liked, that whole era from like the 70s to the 80s into the early 90s. So when I saw this, I'm like, I have to have it. And it is the nice Universal box set of the very first season of Saturday Night Live.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Annetta used to have that many moons ago. They didn't release very many of those, unfortunately. They released like the first 4, 5, 6, maybe, and that's it.
This was released, not released, but I got it for about $15.
Wow, that's a good price for that. That's a
and
really,
it's all
really nice
included. And even still has like the little sticker on the back.
set. Wow.
Everything but the musical performances, obviously.
No, the musical performances are
The
there.
musical performances
Oh,
are here.
really?
Yeah.
All of
Yeah.
them?
Yes.
Wow.
All the seasons they put out are fully complete, 100%.
Holy fuck.
So yeah, it has this little booklet that kind of explains.
Which
what
is
talks
why they
about-
were really expensive when they came out.
Yeah.
They were about, I don't know, $60, $70, I think, when they originally came out.
A lot of really, really nice. I can get my hand around it. Like behind the scenes pictures.
Nice.
Of just like the cast and crew and a little explanation of what was going on during the time period. And one of the things I love is the fact that they organized this by, if you ever wanted to watch it, like, okay, I want to watch this episode, and you go, oh, who was the host of that one? It has the names of every single person who hosted every episode.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
it's just like, and it's like, this is a fantastic set.
Oh, yeah, it's gorgeous. I remember we watched most, if not all, of that set, and it was just a beautiful presentation of it and everything.
Oh yeah, very
It's
much.
great.
Given the respect it very much deserves. This is just such a lovely set. Very nice hard case to it too. So yeah, the complete first season, the 1975 to 1976 era of Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, it's
Nice
great.
find.
Woo, woo.
Fucking legends
Woo, woo.
in that season. Like, pretty much everybody
All my
in those early days.
Juggalos and juggalettes.
Yeah.
Woo, woo.
Oh,
Woo,
God.
woo.
Woo, woo.
Uh-huh.
But not fuck this shit.
No.
No.
Fuck this shit. Ah!
I
And
saw
jump
a
on the
couple of his,
Blu-rays.
I saw a couple of his recent videos where he actually got to go and be at like wrestling events as his character.
Oh, yeah.
You got to wrestle for the first time. It's fucking cool shit.
Yeah.
I mean, he's partially semi-trained. He's like actually trained some. It's just he's getting famous by jumping off craft. As a superhuman, in case anyone's.
Superhuman. Yeah.
I don't know how to spell his fucking name. It's not spelled like how you think.
It's Hummen or something like that.
Yeah, Human.
Human.
He's famous for jumping on things and hurting himself.
Oh god, some of the stuff is just like brutal.
Oh my god. He recently, like last month, did something, one of the worst things I've ever seen anyone jump onto. I mean, like, his back was fucked up. It was all streaks of blood when he stood up. I was like, woo!
The one that got me, when I was like, oh no, and I like paused and like looked away, was when he freaking elbowed a dryer with Legos all over top of it.
And he's done that a few times. He did it to a microwave too.
Off, and you saw that he went down on his hardcore elbow and made a big divot in the top of the
he legit
washing machine. It's just like
an drop on it.
Oh god. You know, barbed wire, light bulbs. Oh god, just ugh.
I mean, like, the last one was like, I can't remember what, but there was barbed wire involved, and the way he fell, was like, oh the god, his back is all fucked up. And every now and then he just goes like, cut it, cut it. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, he's like, God, stop.
But yeah, he hurts himself for money.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, jackass for a new era.
Pretty much, yeah.
It's pretty fucking funny sometimes because he doesn't like. Why would you do that?
Anyway,
of course you've hurt yourself on a microwave.
Is that it for your pickups, garbage?
And that'll do her.
And what?
That'll do her. Yes.
Oh, that'll do her. Okay, I thought you were saying and a Blu-ray, and I'm like, what?
No.
I misheard you. Okay. Stoudman, what did you get?
Well, I got the new Zelda game, Zelda.
Oh, Zelda.
Skyward Sword.
I still have my Switch version unplayed. I have a limited edition Switch version. I just never even popped in the system.
I haven't played it yet. I was gonna play it last night, but I decided to watch.
Watch movies.
Well, but after I was gonna play it after too, and then I decided to watch. What was it? Red Dwarf? Yeah. Red Dwarf.
Okay. Hey, that's a good reason.
Yeah. Hey, good way to spend time.
I will play it eventually. I also got two things recently in the Severance sale, which was the Uncanny with.
I have that.
Oh, I need that.
Can't wait to watch that because I haven't seen it yet.
I do not have that.
Peter Cushing,
anthology
Donald
series.
Pleasance.
Anthology film. I mean.
Okay. Yeah. No, I definitely need that then for the anthology section.
It's about a killer
common
cat.
piece.
Killer cat.
So it's kind of like that Stephen King one, Cat's Eye, where it was all
kind of like that. It's
centered
different.
around the cat. Yeah.
Probably a lot more brutal, but yes.
Yeah, it's definitely probably a lot more brutal.
Well, the Stephen King one was like a PG movie, so it was pretty.
Yeah.
And
I think it was a TV movie. I hear it's pretty good. I haven't seen it yet, though.
Yeah.
Skinslip and I watched this one together, so I had to get it because I enjoyed it quite a bit. And that's The Devil's Rain.
Fucking love that cover in that movie.
William Shatner.
William Shatner and Ernest Borgnine as dueling people.
Nice.
And they just chew the scenery up and they yell at each other. It's so good. It's just it's so much fun. It's not good in like it's not like well made. It's good. It's like there's so much fun.
Yeah,
they're laughing, enjoying it.
Entertaining.
I'm not spoiling anything, but the ending is something you'll never fucking forget.
Yeah.
Never in your entire fucking life.
Excellent.
The ending, I think, is what makes it a fucking like a must for fans forward.
Oh yes.
So yeah. And then finally, last but not least, I finally got the Eurocrypt. Christopher Lee.
It finally arrived.
I hate you too now.
Fantastic. Such a beautiful
You've already
set.
seen the images. I don't have to show you because Sean already showed you.
Yeah.
So.
And I'll show you again when I do. I'm going to do a closer look at it for Halloween season.
It's very nice.
Exactly.
He's very pretty, very pretty. So many treasures in there.
Again.
A lot of rarities.
And that's it. That's all I got.
Excellent. That's it. Lame. Hold on. What? Oh, God damn it. Unpinned. There we go. Okay. Skinslip, what'd you get this week?
Oh, well. I don't know. I love the kitty. No, I got Swamp Thing Volume 3.
Yay! Finally.
Yay.
And now I can start buying the Alan Moore stuff, right?
Yeah, exactly. It goes
I thought
right
so.
up to the issue before Alan Moore took over.
I can't find the cover. I was looking for it earlier. I have a few of these issues,
Oh yeah.
like physical. I just happen to have them since like childhood.
Yeah, same. Actually, that was my
Some of the reasons why I.
Yeah.
Shit! I just.
that was my introduction to Swamp Thing. Was a couple random
Yeah.
issues from that run.
Same. I mean, like, because I mean, I just got a bunch of my uncle's comics. I just passed the fucking cover. 1 second.
Okay.
Gonna find this bitch.
I want to see which one it is.
Yeah, there it is. It's this one. This cover, in fact.
Oh,
The
which
specific
issue
cover.
is it?
It's Saga Swamp Thing. Oh god, that camera's not gonna. No, 18.
18. Okay.
Yes.
The ones that I have are issues 5 and 9.
Oh, I have 19 also. I think.
18 and 19. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it
Those
was
are the only 2 issues I believe have. I might have one more actually.
So that was the first 13 issues of that run were one singular cohesive ongoing saga. And then after that,
There's 19. Yep, that's the one.
yep,
Hate
the
spiders.
return of Arcane
Gross ass
as a
spider
freaking
creature.
mechanical spider.
This is, by the way,
thing.
the design. The actually funny thing is they made a toy off this character design.
Yeah,
The cartoonies never looks like this.
yeah. Well, Arcane, like every time he came back, like he was like the master of the fucking Swamp Thing. He just every time he thought he was dead, he'd find some convoluted way to come back.
And I
But,
just like that they added this. They didn't have to do
I
this at all.
know, right? It's so awesome.
It's a nice bonus. This is like
Yeah.
my favorite thing, just because like
Yeah,
this is actually not cheap to get anymore.
the movie adaptation. Yeah.
Annual specifically is now not cheap.
So that actually makes it properly complete because then
Yeah.
the subsequent annuals are in Alan Moore's run. So
Right.
you know, it's they really did a nice job of that. You actually get more with those 3 paperbacks than you get in the omnibus edition.
Yeah, well,
almost.
I don't like omnibus anyway.
Well, I don't either, but just for those who are saying, "Why don't you just get the omnibus?" It's like, well, first off,
Because-
we don't like them, but also because you actually get more more content in the trade paperbacks. Almost all of Volume 2 of the paperbacks is not in the omnibus.
It's like, look,
So
you try reading an omnibus on the shitter.
yeah,
I dare
knee
you.
breaker.
It's like a fucking
Knee
it'd be a
breaker.
balancing act.
Yeah.
I mean, like that would just be annoying. It'd probably be really uncomfortable to read.
It's like this
Anyway.
fucking big.
Next, I finally upgraded to Blu-ray. Battle Beyond
Yay!
the Stars. This is a gorgeous steelbook, by
That's
the way.
really nice. I like that. I'm not usually wild about the steelbook art, but that one's pretty nice.
The only thing new here is a transfer. It's from the same elements that the DVD struck, so the same problems that the DVD have are going to be present here.
Yeah.
Meaning there are a few things that are, a few shots that are out of focus that may not be out of focus on the original camera negatives, but they only have the interpositive to go off of, so
Okay.
which is a copy of the original camera negative.
I'm
so
perfectly
you know,
fine with the
I'm fine with
Blu-ray
it. I mean,
edition.
like,
I
I
have,
wish
so-
they probably just don't have the
Yeah.
next generation up of items
Yeah.
and things. So like, there's only so much you can do. So it's not a critique. It's just one of those things. Like, there's a few shots that are blurry that may not be blurry in the original elements.
Yeah.
We don't know because we
Wasn't-
don't have original elements make matches or make Blu-rays from.
Wasn't there whispering or talk of a 4K of that coming out?
I mean, sure. I bet.
I'm
Maybe they'll go back for then.
I'm wondering.
You know?
I thought
This
I
is a
heard
4K
that.
master.
I
This
thought
was
I
a
heard-
4K master.
Okay.
So it would be very easy to just put out a 4K disc.
Yeah. Maybe.
But I
Maybe
love
that's
this
what it
movie.
is.
It's so good.
Yeah, so do I. 7 Samurai in Space.
Hell yes.
Yeah, it's great.
So weird and silly.
and it's
And
got
the one character it's clearly what's her face? Barbarella.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
clearly.
There's so many stars of 70s television who star in it as well. It's great.
And Enemy Mine. Greg, not Greg.
Kind
What's
of.
his face? Greg is the last Starfighter. What's the character from Enemy Mine? That's
Oh, I don't
mine.
remember the character's name, but Louis Gossett Jr. is the actor.
I'm offended, by the way. I had this recorded on my DVR, and the description says a grotesque alien. I am offended. He's not grotesque. He's a handsome alien. You fucking weirdos. Jesus. Anyway.
Beauty's in the eye of the beholder, folks.
That was everything. Those two things. This is, by the way, the only thing I bought was Swamp Thing, and I bought Ninja Turtles: Urban Legends Volume 2, but I put that away already.
Okay.
It's not really that important. It's the Image Comics series. Volume 2 completes the complete run. That
was that really short one. Yeah, I remember.
The new issues.
Kind of controversial.
It's completely out of continuity. It's out of continuity now because Raphael. I'm just gonna spoil it. Raphael got his face fucked up. He wore a Casey Jones mask because he's like shamed by it. Because it was his mistake. So he's shamed by his own mistake. He didn't want to see his face.
Yeah.
And so there's like a lot of like dysphoria stuff in here with like. I mean, it wasn't intending to be, but it's like it's like a subtextually.
Well.
And then he ended up becoming the leader of the Foot Clan. And they turned into a vigilante organization.
That's what fans didn't like about it, was that.
And Donatello like almost died, and he merged the techno-organic organism. So he has like like a cool cyborg arm and shit, and half a cyborg face. I really dug it. I think it was a cool series. But yeah, it's considered not canon after they rebooted it.
How many issues did they do with that?
It was 23 issues, and then the new volume gave a 24th issue, brand new, made to finally finish it off. Because there was a fan-made 24th and 25th issue.
Yeah.
And they just decided to make an actual finish that the writers wanted. So.
So that's in the second volume, I assume?
Yep, it's all complete.
Nice.
Now it's a complete volume. Alternate universe history of like Ninja Turtles.
That's cool. I might actually want to read that at some point. I might pick that up.
I fucking love it, but it's definitely not for everybody.
No, I need to.
And Savage Dragon crosses over, and
I still need to get the latest couple volumes of the Ultimate Ninja Turtles, the Eastman and Laird Mirage
I'd like
collection.
to get those. I need to get those.
I have the first 3 volumes, and it was amazing because a lot of those early issues I read back in the day, like the first 10 or so issues, and it was great reading them again, and kind of remembering back when because I read them when they were new, like when there was only those comics. That was it for Ninja Turtles, and then the cartoon came out and the toys came out, and it just exploded, and but it was fun going back and reading those early comics and the origins and kind of seeing how that evolved and how it was the same but different, and
So
love those early
90%
comics.
of my comics come from quarter bins or hand-me-downs. They're all beaten up reader copies. I don't care about like a collectible thing. I just want to read the story.
Yeah.
And I have for the last like 5 or 6 years been slowly buying trade paperback versions and selling the single issues so I can make space. Because there's far less space to have 12 issues in a compact space. 12 issues bagged and boarded.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you do have a pretty impressive trade paperback collection, though.
Yes.
Like, you got a lot of those. Yeah.
If you want, I can send you a photo of that.
Yeah.
I have the Marvel and DC shelves up currently. The
your
other shelf is currently collapsed.
Like your selection of Batman trades and your selection of X-Men trades in particular, I think is quite impressive.
I have a very comprehensive collection of those things.
Mine is much more selective with those. I'd like to get all of those eventually.
Specific era of Batman that I'm collecting a run of.
Yeah.
From post-Crisis on Infinite Earths to basically Final Crisis.
Post-Crisis, that's interesting. See, the era I would be interested in collecting would be primarily Bronze Age up to Crisis.
I buy those trades too because I like those also.
Yeah, like the 70s era where they did like the reinvention that stuck, where they made Batman dark again.
Yeah, the interesting thing of that is like the thing about Post-Crisis is it didn't validate everything that came before. So tons of Bronze and Silver Age stories are in continuity. All the Manhunter stuff, there's whole runs that actually have all the Steve Englehart stuff. That's all in continuity still. So I have collections of those things, even though they're pre-Crisis, because technically they are in the pre-Crisis and Infinite Earths, but still in continuity bubble. So I put them after Long Halloween and Killing Joke.
Yeah.
But before, before Crisis on Infinite Earths. So.
Sorry, go ahead. No, go ahead.
I have a copy of Crisis on Infinite Earths specifically for my Batman shelf. That's currently not there, but I have a second copy just to put with the Batman stuff on my door.
Okay, then. Yeah, Duncan, I agree. Space Raiders is a lot of fun. I like it a lot. Battle Beyond the Stars is great. I think between the two, Battle Beyond the Stars is the better film as well.
I have Space Raiders.
But,
it's kind of dull.
But I didn't think it was dull. I thought it was fun.
I think Battle Beyond the Stars is superior by a long shot. I love.
Yes, it is, but I don't think I wouldn't call Space Raiders dull. It's fun.
It's kind of dull.
It's more that of the two, Battle Beyond the Stars is kind of looked at as a Star Wars ripoff. I think Space Raiders is more the Star Wars ripoff. Actually,
that is, yes.
It's got a lot more direct parallels. Whereas Battle Beyond the Stars is Seven Samurai. It's Seven Samurai in space. But it still has a Star Wars-y vibe because, of course, everybody was trying to cash in on Star Wars at that time. So of the Star Wars cash-ins, those two are two of the better ones. Yeah.
I don't disagree with that. That's a good point. Yeah.
And you get strapping young the Hoff in Space Raiders.
Yeah, that's true.
Can't go wrong with the Hoff.
Battle Beyond the Stars.
Mm-hmm. I can Star Wars too. Yeah, pretty much. So let's see what we do. We talked about random bullshit. We did the news. We did pickups. Movies?
We haven't talked about Taco Time yet.
Fuck off.
Anyway, movies. Or sorry, Star Crash is the one I'm thinking of,
Star
not
Crash
Space
is
Raiders.
Different, yeah.
I'm not
I was
thinking
like, I'm
of
pretty
Space
sure
Raiders.
the Hoff's not in Space Raiders.
No, it's Star Crash. It's Star
like,
Crash. I was getting them mixed up.
Right.
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't want to fight. It was not
Star
worth
Crash is very Star Warsy too. It's
movies,
fun,
right?
Huh?
Did you say movies?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. I saw this movie. I didn't see it with anyone else. I saw it with my friend Chloe. But it's a movie called Elevator to Gallows. Okay. It's about this guy who kills his boss because he's having a fucking affair with the boss's wife. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Then, I'm not ruining anything. It's literally the stuff from the movie. He gets in the elevator to leave after the perfect getaway.
Mm-hmm.
He gets it all the way downstairs, realizes he forgot something in the crime scene. So he goes back, and on his way back down, the power's off. And there's this fucking hoodlum and the guy in the elevator, trapped in the elevator now. His wife, or his girlfriend, or the hoodlum's girlfriend. Anyway, they're all friends. Anyway, the dude takes his dude's car and goes on a whole thing. Some shit happens, and oh my god, this fucking movie is so good. The timing, the calamity that ensues, it's like everything that can go wrong with this poor fuck goes wrong. Such a good fucking movie. I really enjoyed this movie. I highly recommend Elevator to the Gallows by Louis Malle from 1958.
Okay.
That's nice. Just wanted to spit that out while I was thinking about it.
Oh, yes. I had to look up Space Raiders. I was like, wait a minute. I'm sure I've seen that. Yeah, I think I saw this when it was new, on VHS. Might have even seen it in the theaters, actually. But,
didn't she just say it came out in 1958? What?
What? No. I'm going back to the previous subject here briefly.
Oh, okay.
Space Raiders is what you thought.
Space Raiders is 1983. So, yeah. Now, I'm pretty sure I saw this one when I was a kid, so I probably would have loved it. I haven't seen it since. But, yeah, Star Crash was the other one I was thinking of. Also very Star Warsy. And that one has strapping young the Hoff in it, so there you go.
Yes.
So,
Star Crash also has it's Luigi Cazzi, and it's got it's got stop motion and all
so maybe Space Raiders is dull. I don't remember.
I would say it's kind of dull.
Yeah.
It's like a slow burn, but it burns a little too slow in the middle.
See, because I had Star Crash in my mind, and I was thinking but that wasn't dull. That was fun. What are you talking about?
No, Star Crash is one of my favorites of all time. Dude.
Oh, well, there you go.
I've never talked shit about that movie.
Okay, good. But, yeah, I'll have to pick... I don't have Space Raiders. I'll have to pick that one up. But,
some Blu-ray, yeah. I think Kino is a distributor for whoever put it out.
Scorpion, yeah.
Yeah.
Michael, Skinslip likes Del Taco. What are you talking about?
Del Taco is one of my favorite things on the planet, dude. Macho size fries with Del Scorcho sauce. Gibby. So are we gonna talk movies? Anyone else watch movies?
I watched a little
I
bit.
ramble on for an hour.
Again, didn't watch a lot of movies this week. Kind of working on other things and just kind of chillaxing because I'm going to be watching a lot of movies once I start to get into the swing of doing Halloween stuff, which will be very shortly, hopefully. But this week, what did I do? I finished watching Altered Carbon, which I think I was in the middle of last week. So I finished watching the series, and then I watched the animated film, the one-off animated film called Altered Carbon Re-Sleeved. It was actually an anime, and I don't know if it's considered canon to the series or not, but it was. I mean, the thing is, the way it works is, I mean, you're immortal essentially, and every once in a while, the main character Takeshi Kovacs gets rebooted into a new sleeve, as they call it, a new body, to do some kind of mission for which his particular talents could be useful. So this one takes place, I think, after the events of the series. So yeah, I guess it could be canonical because, I mean, they tend to be so far apart in terms of time span that there's a lot of years in between. You could easily slot other stories. But this one did seem to have some little connections to the main storyline that was in the series. So I really liked this animated take on it a lot. It was done in this sort of 3D cel-shaded style. But the animation was really good. Like, it was very well done. Acting was terrific. The story had a lot of twists and turns and stuff along the way. I really enjoyed it a lot. So the animated movie was put out a few months after the second season of the show. And sadly, it's been canceled. The show's been canceled. So that's it. So basically, the animated movie is the last chapter we get of anything Altered Carbon. But I did find out that there is a trilogy of novels that it was based on. I was just going to get to that.
Oh, sorry. I wasn't sure.
There's a trilogy of novels, and there's a couple of graphic novels as well. So,
thought so.
So yeah. So I really enjoyed the series. I really enjoyed the movie. I like that whole world. So I think I'm probably going to pick up the books at some point. And other than that, Ray and I watched some more Kids in the Hall. We're almost finished season 2.
Great fucking show.
Season 2 is great. It's the one that introduces the chicken lady and the It's a Fact girl, and you get a little bit more with the Cathys and A.T. and Love and stuff. They're starting to build some a little bit more of the repertoire or the roster of characters that have sort of become the famous characters to come out of it. And and it's great. Really enjoying it a lot.
I can't wait I need to get that set. It's on my radar. I just need to get it.
So much fun. It's cheap. It's pretty cheap.
The problem
to
is
get.
I gotta prioritize things like the Scooby-Doo movies first.
Yeah, I know.
Certain things I gotta make sure I get those in my collection first.
Yeah, I want to get the Scooby-Doo movies as well. I already found the missing episode, so I've got that on standby. Not that there's really continuity between them, but yeah. Anyway, but at some point, I think I'd be wanting to get the Flintstones before that, though. That's the top priority for me, because I've got all of the Jetsons, so I want to get all of the Flintstones as well. I think all the spin-offs that they did, and then and specials and the movies and whatnot. So really, just need the original series. And can we please get a complete series set of Flintstone Kids, please and thank you. It's literally like the only series that doesn't have a complete series release out of all the Flintstone shows from over the years.
All those Scooby-Doo shows that are just in limbo.
Yes, just put out proper sets of them, please.
And Last Olympics and
like they did the season sets, sort of What's New Scooby-Doo.
Yeah,
weren't very good.
Yeah.
They just need to do a complete
great.
series of that.
I think they did. I think they did collect them into a series set eventually. They did.
Probably going for collector's prices now.
A lot of them were repackaged. Like, a lot of them originally came out as individual volumes with, like, 3 or 4 episodes on them. Or, you know, Season 1, Volume 2, Volume 3. You know, just on and on and on. But then they eventually repackaged a lot of them into just collections, like season collections or what have you. Yeah, actually, I'm not sure if What's New Scooby-Doo did get a collection. It might still be just the volumes.
Like, let's see here. What's New Scooby-Doo has 3 volumes, 3 seasons, like in 3 in standalone sets.
Yeah. Okay.
There is
that's good.
Scooby-Doo Gets a Clue. Get a Clue. It has standalone sets and a complete series.
Yeah.
That's the one I need to get still.
Mm-hmm.
Don't panic, but my audio's out of sync, and I'm going to turn the video off and on.
Okay. And then I know that a pup named Scooby-Doo got repackaged, and we got, like, season sets, I think, of that.
I need to get that.
Yeah, I want to get that one, too. I remember we were talking about that at the time when Rosie and I were watching them. You're like, oh, I loved that one.
Yeah. I mean, because it was one of those, I watched it when it was new.
Yeah. So,
and
nostalgia.
Super nostalgic for me.
Yeah. But it was good. It was fun. I'd never really seen it much. I vaguely remember when it was on, but I didn't really watch it. I'm like, what's this? Scooby-Doo as kids. Whatever. And then so I didn't actually watch it until Frank of the It's Frank YouTube channel sent me a bunch of volumes of it, and Rosie and I watched it.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What the hell was that?
Fuck's sakes. Fuck you.
What the hell?
Oh my god. Oh. Shit, like an ad, a little pop-up ad.
Just heard boing.
This would be a good time to
Scared
clip
the fuck out of me.
What the
That was
fuck?
a good
Wow.
jump
If
scare.
we could get a clip of that, please.
The camera switched to you just in time to see you jump out of your skin.
Ship it. Clip it and ship it.
Clip it and ship it.
That was perfect.
It was
Anyway.
one of those things, it's like...
Um,
anyway, I didn't know it was going to play noise, and that startled me.
okay, gotcha. What the hell else did I watch this week? I don't think I watched much of anything.
Things.
I did have a little conversation with Buzz Dixon on Twitter, which was pretty cool. Buzz Dixon, for those who may not immediately recognize the name, was one of the big writers for G.I. Joe back in the 80s, like the cartoon. He wrote the G.I. Joe movie and wrote episodes of just about every 80s cartoon you've ever seen.
And they're probably all your favorite episodes. Too.
Oh, he's one of the good writers too. Like he wrote like some really good
writers.
shit. But and he actually, I think he did a commentary track on the G.I. Joe movie Blu-ray, which is quite nice. But
I get that.
yeah, it's good.
I still only have a DVD.
But anyway, he was talking about, it was like a thread where somebody posted something like, "What's your sort of one flex, like your one sort of bragging rights thing?" And he said that one of his scripts for Thundar the Barbarian was kept as an example for sort of the broadcast standards and practices division of the television network that it was produced. So I asked him, I said, was it kept as an example of like a bad script, or was it kept as an example of all the things not to do in a children's cartoon? And he said the latter. He said basically it was kept as the example for new people wanting to get a job in the department, where they would read through the script, and if they couldn't find 50 things wrong, then they wouldn't get the job. And I'm like,
damn.
50 things? I'm like, well, I gotta watch that episode again now. So I said, one thing I loved about Thundar was the fact that it always, like every week, it would start with basically the destruction of Earth and almost all life getting immediately wiped out. The apocalypse. Kids love it. But, so I thought that was hilarious. It's like, wow, this makes me want to rewatch them even more now. But apparently, if you're wondering what episode it was Wizard Wars, which is on disc 3 of the DVD set, and it will be on the Blu-ray set somewhere too. I don't have the Blu-ray yet, but yeah. Why, thank you, Legally Blind Gamer. 22 months in a row. Subba-lubba-dub-dub. Yeah. Excellent.
5 days of reading live.
And also, thank you for the follow 38 minutes ago, Jumping Spider Owner. That's a great name. So.
Jumping spiders scare me. The spiders that can jump at me.
They jump. Yes. And then there's the ones that jump and then suddenly wings unfold. It's like, what? Jumping flying spider?
Well, have you ever heard? I mean, like, you've never heard me shriek. That would give me a real shriek. I've only ever shrieked once. I didn't know I could do it. But I was chilling here, watching like a movie, and I looked to my right. It was behind this. I put this in so I don't have to look at it. There's a hole in my wall where they installed the cable and they fucked up the hole, and there's a giant hole. And so a fucking spider, this fucking big, climbs out of the hole, and I fucking shrieked. I just did it with a hammer.
Excellent.
I winged it. It went out back through the hole. I bought this entertainment center or this thing, put it up so I didn't look at that hole anymore. If he exists, he's back there, and I never have to know. You know
you actually knocked a hole in the wall?
No, it was already a hole in the wall. The cable guy knocked a hole in the wall. I put another hole, trying to kill the spider with a hammer.
Oh, God.
Flat, not with the. You don't hit it with the circle. I'll put the hole. You hit it flat, but I still put a big chunk in the wall.
Excellent.
Spiders like I'm terrified. Arachnophobia. I can't control it.
Every so often, you see one of those meme pictures that is just like, I'm gonna tell my kids this was this band or this.
Oh yeah.
This one got me, and it says, "Don't call yourself a true horror fan if you've never seen Hellraiser," and it's the scene in Dodgeball where they're all wearing the fetish gear and walking out onto the stage.
Oh God.
My God.
It's this picture here.
Hellraiser.
Like that's
I have such sights to show you.
Oh
God. Yeah, and the other one that I found was these things. I don't even know what they were called. Like they were just the strawberry candies.
Oh, those. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
It just says
old people candies.
It just says if you remember these, your knees pop when you stand up.
Yeah. Accurate. You can still get those too. They're not.
Oh yeah, they're around. Yeah, every single generic bag of candy.
I like pretty much any kind of candy that's strawberry flavored. That's just a great go-to.
For me,
flavor.
cherry and strawberry were my
Cherry's good too. Yeah.
I really love the strawberry and orange ones. Those hard candies.
Orange is good. Yeah.
And the grapes are.
I believe those actually, specifically those little strawberry candies. They had a variant of them that had like juice in the middle.
Oh no, nothing.
They were just like gushers, but it was a hard candy and it had like a syrup in the center.
Absolutely not. Nope. No, thank you.
Michael, my left knee pops every time I bend. If that counts.
Yes, that counts.
Yep.
God damn it. Sorry. So movies.
Yes, movies.
So as promised.
watched
Oh, sorry,
movies.
Eric. Did you watch movies?
Nope.
Okay.
Okay then.
Stoudman and I watched Alien Resurrection as promised, the extended cut.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very trans indeed. Yes.
Probably.
First of all, I found out. Well,
Probably more so in that movie actually because there's more stuff with those characters.
And they wanted the alien, the mutant alien thing to have both male and female genitalia, but they had to blur it out in the final cut. Like,
Great.
The prudes at Fox.
Yeah, of course.
I love many things about this movie. One thing I noticed this time was the introduction, the opening of the film.
Completely different from the original cut. Yeah.
Is yes, and it is very much. I feel like an homage to Once Upon a Time in the West, at least, sort of. I don't know if like intentionally so, but it definitely
In a small way, there's one part.
It definitely has the feel of that. Because like there's the beginning of Once Upon a Time in the West when they're all waiting for the train to come, and there's this little fly that's bugging the guy who has a very distinctive face, and
yeah, that's the part.
Same kind of thing that's happening at the very beginning of Alien Resurrection.
Mm-hmm.
Something.
That's the part where I'm like, that definitely with the fly. That's definitely the part for sure. Absolutely.
Brad Dourif in this movie. Brad Dourif.
Oh. And Ron Perlman.
I love his. My favorite scene with him, honestly, is the one towards the end when the alien gives birth. It's like, "You are a beautiful, beautiful butterfly." And only the way that Brad Dourif can say that, you know, like
nobody could have played that role. Nobody would have played that role the same. He's such a beautiful human of an actor. Like, wow, what an amazing actor. He's a different character in literally everything. Everything. He's like Nick Cage, you know? Like, he's a different character in everything. He's not actually Nick Cage. He's actually a different person completely. Different motivations and goals. Same with Brad Dourif.
The many faces of Nick Cage is the many faces of Brad Dourif.
Yes.
But yeah, Winona Ryder, there's a whole scene I don't want to reveal, but like, and in retrospect now, it comes off very trans. Someone being outed as trans, and say because it's got the same vibe. I felt the same way when someone's like real shitty, you know, like it's like I don't want to spoil in the movie, but I'm saying it's this moment like of discomfort almost for at least for me, because I vibed with it. Also, Winona Ryder is heavenly in this movie. Oh my God,
she's great. I've always adored her anyway. So.
Oh,
there's that line. There's that line she has. Not Winona Ryder, but fuck, brain is failing me.
Sigourney Weaver.
Sigourney
Weaver. Yeah. There's a line that she has where she says, "You think you could teach them?" And the guy responds, "Well, we taught you." Like, really, really fucking crazy. But
and Michael Wincott is awesome in this. His character's so good.
Well, I love Michael Wincott and everything he does because he's got that gravelly voice that just adds character to any movie he's in.
He'll always be the big bad in The Crow to me.
Just
die already.
I don't find many men attractive, but his voice is very, very, very attractive.
He's got a great voice. I saw him in something recently. I fucking have to look it up now.
Alien Resurrection?
No. It was something
Dead
else.
Man?
No.
It
predated. No, it was old. It predated.
Strange Days, Robin Hood, Doors.
Let me talk!
Just name it all
It predated The Crow.
Talk Radio?
Yes, that was it. It was Talk Radio. Thank you.
I knew exactly what you were talking about. I could literally going down the list.
Don't make me yell at 11 midnight.
Oh, sorry.
That's right. It was Talk Radio. He was the crazy guy who he invites into the studio, and I didn't even realize it was him because it's so different from the characters that he normally plays.
Oh, he's so good.
And
he's such a good actor.
Once I realized it was him, I was like, "Holy shit! It's the bad guy from The Crow." That will always be the.
Oh, I love him in The Crow too. He's such a fucking bastard.
Oh, he is. He's like, he's a bad guy. He's not a nice person, but yeah, he's perfect as the.
So yeah, really, really enjoyed Alien Resurrection a lot more this time. Like before, it was a 5 out of 10. Now it's a 7 out of 10. There's something about it. No,
I mean, come on.
Quite a
Brad
difference.
Dourif, Ron Perlman, Sigourney Weaver, fucking Michael Wincott.
I mean,
First
of all,
how much more do you need?
Like,
and the French guy from Amelie, who Luke, what's his face, always
yes.
works with. Yeah.
Yeah. I just looked at his name and now I've forgotten. But yes.
Yeah.
Dominique, something like that.
Yeah, something. I can't remember.
Something like that.
But he works with this the director quite a bit. It's one of his stable of actors.
I've been through a lot more life now. I saw that movie like when I was a fucking teenager, right? It came out 98, 97.
Yeah.
I was 15. You know. I saw it in theaters with my dad. I really liked
I saw it in
alien
theaters
movies.
too. Yeah.
I had to go with my dad because obviously I wasn't 17. I mean, it was radar, I think, wasn't it? Maybe it's PG-13.
Yeah, I'm not sure. At
Sure
that time, it might have been rated R. That was the same same year that Event Horizon came out, actually. So I think I saw both of them in theaters. But of
I
course, I was 22 at the
Horizon
time.
home video later, early 2000s.
Yeah, see, here in Canada, that's not how R works. In the U.S., of course, you can see it if you got an adult or guardian with you. But, yeah, here in Canada, restricted is restricted. If you're under 18, you can't go to see it, period. So.
That's NC-17 for us, though.
Yeah.
That's like we had a whole other thing for that.
Yeah, we don't have. Well, we had like a. It was kind of like PG-13, but it was called adult accompaniment. So it was if you were 14 or if you were under 14. So if you're 14 or over, you could go see it without an adult. So that was the middle ground. It's kind of like our PG-13. I'm not sure if it came out before PG-13. I can't remember. But anyway, but there was nothing for the in-between, between 14 and 18. Like you couldn't, there was this like limbo period where you just couldn't see the next level up of movies. But,
yeah, exactly. There are moments in it's not a director's cut, it's a special edition. The director literally gives you an intro saying it's not his.
He says it is not a director's cut. Yeah.
Yeah, he had director's cut in the theatrical version. It was his.
Yeah.
Yeah, she asks the guy where did they find her, or how did they get her. You know, and he goes through the whole story. Found you with a girl, and she fucking has these raw emotions from when she hears that they found her with a girl.
There's the extended version, it has a completely different intro, which was originally storyboarded but not filmed. They actually filmed all the elements for that specifically for that special edition. And also the
anniversary at the time,
and also well, it wasn't that. It was just they wanted to do a big deluxe edition of the Alien franchise, so they wanted.
Yeah, but that was for the anniversary at the time, I thought, wasn't it? For the first movie, I thought.
Maybe, I don't know, but they just wanted to do a big collection of the 4 movies. They wanted to have.
Yeah, they wanted to give an alternate cut for each one.
So they already had a director's cut of the first one. They had the special edition of the second one, so they wanted to do the other 2 essentially. So they did the producer's cut of the third one. With some unfinished sound elements, which were later finished for the Blu-ray version. So the Blu-ray version is actually the properly complete producer's cut. And then there was the extended version of Alien Resurrection. But anyway, I was going to say there's also the ending has more between Ripley and Winona Ryder's character and stuff, so it's a little bit it's just a little bit more robust. I found the extended version, like there's more little character moments that I think add a lot to it, and I just found it more satisfying overall. I still have some issues with the film. I don't like the hybrid alien. I think it was very poorly designed. I don't like how H.R. Giger got shafted when it was in theaters. They didn't even give him credit. They've since added credit for all the home video releases.
Because he's gonna fucking sue him.
Yeah, rightly so. Yeah, but
he threatened to sue him with a letter, and they said, "Oh well, oops."
Yeah,
like they don't want to get sued.
But there's a few things that I had some issues with, but overall, I like the film, and I don't understand why it gets shat upon so much. I think it had far less behind the scenes problems than Alien 3 did. You know, and
Alien 3 sounds like it was a fucking nightmare to work on.
It does. Well, David Fincher, I don't think even mentions it in any of his CVs or anything. He never talks about it in interviews. It's like that was like
he didn't want to even want credit. The director still request, like he refused. They wouldn't let him.
So it was almost an Alan Smithy film.
It was. But the director still denied him the request. So.
That's bullshit. Thanks, guys. So glad I joined your little club.
Right.
Glad you're looking out for me.
The guild looks out for the little guys. It doesn't really do much for the big guys.
Yeah.
It hampers a lot of the big guys. That's the.
Well, and Fincher was starting to make a name for himself then too. So they kind of, it's like they were trying to turn it into kind of an auteur horror franchise. So you had Ridley Scott, James Cameron, David Fincher, and then fucking Amelie guy whose name escapes me for some reason.
I will look it up right now because I don't want to forget.
Yeah. But
Jean-Pierre Jeunet.
Jean-Pierre Jeunet, yeah.
And the guy you think is Dominique Pignon.
Yes. He's in most of his films. He's a lot of directors have their sort of stable of actors they like to work with. They just work well together, and well, that's one of his.
I like working with. I just hire him again.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't I?
Exactly. So that's one of his, and it's great. He was great in Amelie. Loved him as the like angry guy in the diner, and then and he was great in Alien Resurrection. So I don't know. It gets unfairly maligned, I think.
Yep.
It's not a bad film.
Speaking about movies that were unfairly maligned, we didn't watch 13 Ghosts, a movie I liked since the beginning.
Yeah.
I actually saw it in the double bill at a drive-in with House on Haunted Hill, which came out like a few years before.
I need to get both of those. And the originals.
I love this movie. Both those movies, I love this movie, and both those movies heavily influenced the role-playing games that run, along with X-Files. And so, the lore behind this. The bit about the clock at the end, that little bit of lore is a little clunky, but like the walls with the binding spells and the different ghosts with the different names, the legendary ghosts, basically, it kind of like got a cool feel about it.
Yeah.
You know.
The more I think about it, the more I realize, that there's a possibility that like the main reason I wasn't a huge fan of it, I think I gave it like a 6 out of 10 at the time. I was like, it's okay. Didn't really like it, right? But that was back when it came out, and I think the reason for that was because I rented it thinking it was something else.
Okay.
I thought it was a different movie entirely because there were a lot of movies that were using the exact same colors, exact same like type of artwork on their fucking VHS covers. So I was like, "Oh, this is that one movie," and
it's a trend, you know. Like right now the trend is hot pink and hot blue. That's like as your poster colors.
Orange. It's orange and blue. That's like they're right on the spectrum opposite each other. So
they were literally just trying to fucking make a movie that looked like the other movie, so that they could get people confused, like me. And I was upset about being confused and falling for their little fucking.
You successfully deceived me. I don't like you.
Yeah. I do like the movie.
I just like to say I am so tired of the orange and blue trend. Like, there are so fucking many posters that use it. Like, okay, there's a little more to graphic design than just going the orange and blue route. Like,
no, there's not. You know it.
Let's bring some creativity back into it here, guys. Come on.
Yeah,
I miss painted covers. Posters.
Consider the type of lighting you're seeing on my screen, for example. This would be a good example of lighting that you would want. Literally orange and blue.
God damn it, Stoud.
I think Ghost is a remake. It's but I think it's a really good remake.
House on Haunted Hill is also a remake.
Yes, and which I think is also a good remake because it just takes the core concept and does its own thing, which I'm totally behind for. At the time, I was a little in House on Hill. But I ended up liking it later.
Yeah.
You have any other thoughts about the movie, Todd?
Tony Shalhoub. He's good. I love Tony Shalhoub.
A bunch of character actors.
Tony Shalhoub is good. He's great.
Yeah.
Love Tony Shalhoub.
We watched. Okay, so we watched a Brian De Palma film, and I've seen most of De Palma's like big studio stuff. It was my first deep cut, like his smaller films.
Okay.
We saw Body Double in 1984. Wow, this was a fucking awesome movie. There was like, I want to see this. I need to see this again. It's one of those movies. I'm gonna buy it now because I had to watch it again and again and again because there's layers to this.
Yes, where's that?
It kind of plays with reality, with your reality, with the character's reality. It's like I would say me and Sal kept mentioning that it's a really strong love letter to Hitchcock. That's the
Oh yeah. There are so many moments in this movie where like he literally takes scenes from Vertigo and Rear Window and just puts them basically directly.
Reworks into his own thing.
Yeah. He clearly is like, this is a love letter to Hitchcock. There's no other way to see it. This
Well, I
is
didn't
Teh
explain
Interwebz.
like De Palma, like as far as I understand, worships Hitchcock, so makes sense. I have a couple other movies, Obsession and Sisters, and one or two more. Blowout. I have those also to watch with Stoud. So I can't wait to like dive into more of his movies. So.
Cool.
Did you have anything to say about this one, Stoud?
Not more than what I just already said.
Okay.
Not right now.
Then we watched The 7-Year Itch. Another classic, 1955. Thoughts about this, Dad?
It's Billy Wilder. I love Billy Wilder. He was such an amazing writer, and I think he did some pretty good writing in this case too. But maybe not my favorite work of his, but still good. And it genuinely felt like I was watching a 90s sitcom. I'll put it that way. Which is, I think, high praise in terms of, like, it being ahead of its time for the kind of thing that it was. And I would say it's way higher quality than any 90s sitcom. It's just that the way that it was shot, the perspective of the camera and everything. It's like there are many scenes when he's in his apartment, and his apartment in New York City is like half of a duplex. The higher level is the second part of the duplex. So there's a set of stairs that go nowhere, right? But that set of stairs reminds me of every set of stairs in every 90s sitcom you have ever seen. 80s and 90s, I would say. Yeah. And the way that it's shot, where we follow him and you can see the staircase in the background the whole time, very 90s sitcom. Even when he's outside for a few moments, very 90s sitcom. It's like just the way that it was, like the cinematography was done. It just felt like that to me. I don't know why people don't like Marilyn Monroe's acting.
She's so good.
There are so many people who claim that Marilyn Monroe has stiff acting and she's not very good as an actress. I don't agree.
I don't
Everything
agree at all.
I've ever seen her in, she's very good. I don't know what the hell people are talking about.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I haven't really seen much of her stuff. I mean, I know the actress because she was a fucking legend, but I haven't really seen much of her films.
One thing I noticed about this movie, and the concepts, like the things that they're talking about happening in this movie, are very dated, right? It's very
1958.
Yes, very 1958. 50s Americana, if you will. So the whole patriarchy thing is definitely, it's very patriarchy central, right?
There's some sexism here for sure.
I still think that, like, you could easily bring the idea for this movie into modern times and do a remake that was not only faithful, but actually fucking good.
Yeah.
Because as we're watching this movie, we're thinking to ourselves, Steve Carell could play that role really well. You know?
Yeah.
We're just, hey, this guy'd be good in this role. This guy'd be good in that role.
We sometimes do that with movies. We'll just recast a remake or whatever.
And we came up with Margot Robbie would be the perfect instrument for Marilyn.
Everyone talks about shit about her too, but she's actually really good also.
Yeah.
She's either loved or hated, and I think it's unfair because she should just be universally loved.
It's a really fun comedy. I enjoyed it, as I do with most Billy Wilder movies. I don't think I've ever seen a Billy Wilder movie I didn't like. So,
not yet. Knock on wood.
Yeah, exactly. He's a master.
We watched a bunch of other movies, but we'll talk about that in our own show.
Yeah.
I have one last movie to talk about.
Okay.
New Mutants. I finally watched that.
I still gotta watch that.
Oh, well. I withhold comments until you watch it then.
Okay, so clearly I should watch it soon.
I can give you a rating. My rating was 7 out of 10.
Wow, that's pretty good.
I have a kitten for you.
It's pretty good. So all this talk of Amelie has made me want to see Amelie again, and the Blu-ray is kind of hard to come by right now. Well, I guess because it's Miramax.
I have it.
Yep.
Released by Miramax.
Yeah, I'd love to get it too.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
And just follow-up film, I think, also on Miramax and also hard to find.
Look how cute this
in the mood
kitten
for, not
is.
new. That's Walter White. It's fuck, what is it called? I'm gonna go look it up now.
Look how cute this kitten is. She demands your attention.
She's so cute.
Now she demands to be let go.
Oh yeah, he also did The City of Lost
A Very Long
Children.
Engagement. That's the one that's also over on Miramax. Hard to get.
The City of Lost Children.
And Delicatessen is supposed to be a really fucking good movie. I haven't seen that either. Or City of Lost Children.
So some Micmacs.
Alien Resurrection, and Amelie are the only things I've seen of his.
Yeah, same.
I want to see all the rest of. He's an amazing director.
Absolutely. Well, especially with Amelie, because that was like his personal project, and it's just so good. It's like, it's funny, it's charming, it'll break your heart. It's
beautiful.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
It's beautifully
to look
shot.
Like. It's beautifully shot. It's very, like, cleverly edited. And there's just so much to like about it. I need to see that again. So I might grab. That'd be a fun one to watch with Ray. I'm sure she'd get a giggle out of it. But yeah. Anyway, good stuff. All right. Well, I guess that's it. Well, so Ray picked up a shift tonight while she was at her other job. So she's going to be working all night. So those of you on Twitch,
gonna make that money.
I'm going to come back and we'll try to be productive again. So yeah, I'm just going to grab a bite to eat and have a little break. But I will be back tonight. I will be back. No messing around this time. Gonna be back.
If you're not back, you get. If he's not back, you get to do something to him. I don't know. We haven't decided what it is yet, but we'll figure something out.
You get one free tag. Tag him once in the general chat. Harass the fuck out of him.
That's right. And no, I have not seen American Beauty yet. I also have not. Well, I've seen Brazil, but a long, long time ago. I still
American Beauty is a really good movie, but
I still haven't watched the Criterion. I'm sure that I've only seen the American cut and not the director's cut. So
Brazil,
the so-called happy ending cut. I need to see that. But all in good time. All in good time.
The Love Wins cut.
Gonna be focusing on horror movies mostly in the next little bit. Anyway,
also unfairly butchered by the studio.
Which one?
Brazil,
yes, but at least Terry Gilliam got the opportunity to do his director's cut. Thank you, Criterion, for making that happen. Great stuff. And there's a wonderful documentary on there about the whole kerfuffle and Anyway, have yourselves a great day or night, everybody. Thanks for joining. And yes, Duncan, there was an alternate cut in the U.S. of Brazil. It runs quite a bit shorter than the director's cut and apparently has a studio-mandated happy ending.
I believe the director's cut's different from the European cut also. It's like 3 or 4 cuts of that movie, if I'm not mistaken.
No, there's only 2.
There's only 2?
There's only 2. There's the U.S. cut and the director's cut. That's it. Anyway, have yourselves a good... What? Look it up if you don't believe me. Roll your eyes at me. I know things too, you know. Anyway, have yourselves a great day or night, everybody. And I will see you next time. Well, we'll all see you next time. But I will see some of you shortly after I stuff my face. All right. Catch you later, everybody. Goodbye.
Penis.
Oh, my arm. My hand was getting cold.
My arm.
Dormirse en la cama, darse prisa en tu alma, ratoncito en el club, no heroica, Glub, Glub, Glub. Kung Pao O'Malley, ratoncito le gusta danza cuando estudio en la escuela. Pajarita se cubre botín cuando visita a su abuela. Si necesita una amiga, debe hablar con un ratoncito. Si quieres ser mi amante, debe ser alta y delgadita. Lunes, martes, ratones, pez. Miércoles, jueves, todo. Lunes, martes, ratones, pez.